and driving too. So
Yeah, yeah.
drive. It's about it's like 8 hours, give or take.
But
But that's driving hours because then you're of course stopping, you're
right,
eating, going to the
right.
bathroom, stuff like that. So you're doing all that stuff. By the time you actually drive, yeah, it's probably a little less. It's probably a little under 8, but right around that. But it's been, you know, 10, 12 hours by the time you actually truly get there. Maybe not 12, but
Well,
10.
I'll say that's one thing I miss about being on the East Coast. Because
Yeah.
I'm moving out here to the West, like you could drive
Nothing.
8 hours and still be another 4 to the next state, depending on which way you're
Yeah,
going, where you're coming from.
exactly.
Now,
That's what happens when all the states are giant squares, man. That's what they do. They make
well,
giant squares and rectangles.
Idaho is just Virginia flipped on its short side.
Mm-hmm.
But but
That's true. That's true.
the
I didn't think of
one
that.
saving grace I'll say about Boise, where I am, is that it's in that southwest corner of the state, so it's
Gotcha.
closer to say Utah, Nevada, Oregon. You know,
Montana?
well, no,
Montana?
Montana's east. Montana's the other
Right.
direction, but I mean that's again
Gotcha.
probably you could probably get into Montana. I don't know, probably close to the same, like as far as like the width of the state to get to, you'd probably be about like 8-9 hours maybe. I can't remember. You're the one that drove it. You tell me.
Yeah, I was
At
trying to.
one time.
Honestly, I was trying to remember it too. It seemed, it seemed like forever just because it was really dark. I think I've described this on the stream before. That was one of the scariest drives I've ever done. Um, it was just, it wouldn't have been scary had I not gone to not Yosemite, Yellowstone. If I hadn't gone to Yellowstone like the day or two before, it wouldn't have been so bad. But all I had in my memory was all of these drop off cliffs into the netherworld and
Yeah, yeah.
everything about it. That's all I could remember. And then when you start driving and it was nighttime, I had left the wedding and it was dark. And when I say dark, there are no
No,
streetlights at
no,
all. There's
nothing.
no
It's
nothing.
yeah,
It's just your headlights. That's it.
yeah.
And all I could remember were the giant buffalo or bison, whatever is out there. The
Yeah.
bison that were walking around. I remembered those, and then I remember these giant cliffs. And I remember the giant cliffs were right on the edge of the road. There was the road, there was about this much shoulder, and there was a cliff. And I
Just
don't mean a ditch, a cliff.
a
You
straight
went
drop
forever.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
on a
And then
mountain,
between,
and yeah, it's.
I've never gripped the steering wheel so hard
Oh, I
driving
bet, dude.
across. Oh man, yeah, yeah. So it was. I mean, I was glad when I got there. It was
It's
fun.
also
It's an
like
experience.
I'm
I'm gonna
flying,
fly
I'm
from now on.
flying. Yeah,
Fly from now on. That's it.
I'm flying like
Yeah, no, no this driving at night stuff. I like.
yeah, not
I'm a night person. I mean,
yeah.
our stream should tell you I'm a night person.
Sure,
But
sure.
yeah, yeah. But no, 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 no. I was just
It's a different
yeah. It
beast.
was dark.
It was
I mean,
dark,
dark.
and you want to talk about miles on miles on miles of nothing. So
Yes,
if
that, and I was terrified I was going to run out of gas.
right,
I
yeah,
just everyone kept telling me like, you start driving, if you see a gas
you
station, you
stop
better
and fill
stop
up.
and
Yep,
get gas.
you
I'm like,
just yep.
I took that so literal. I was stopping at every gas station I saw. It was like, we just stopped 10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Go
and
fill
it's
it up.
especially on some of the stretches. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure. I mean, there's some folks that do it, and like they make sure they got like an extra gas can in the trunk or something, just in case. Because there's some stretches, depending on where you're going and depending on what vehicle you're driving, you're pushing it, and then
Yeah.
like, and again, but also especially if you don't know and you're not used to it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I know I get over here, I'm going to turn up off this road off of it,
Right.
and then I'm 15 minutes from something. But if you're just going down that
Sure.
road, you don't know that. And
You don't know that you're 15 minutes or
No.
10 or 3 hours. You
No.
One of those. It's one of those options.
and that road,
Yeah.
that road may just come up on you. Like there's
Yeah.
no warning. There's no there's nothing. You are up
I just
on
didn't realize because I was all excited about it. You know, again, I'm a night person. And I'm like, it's not that big a deal. Hop in the car and drive. Oh, dude, I was tense.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't even mess. I can't even mess with you on it. I can't even I can't there's nothing to say. Like damn right you're tense.
I was driving this the whole time, like that whole 10 and 2 thing. Oh, I was on it. It was 10 and 2 had like imprints on the steering wheel after I left it. Yeah, that was.
And I mean, and also again, let's to be fair to folks here too. It's not like Ian is only used to driving in like city or like straight grid, straight grid. And you're just, I mean, he lives like that in in the Blue Ridge Mountains and like in the Appalachian Mountains and stuff like that. There's a lot of just S turns, blind turns, stuff like that. I mean,
no big deal.
You grew up around there. You're used to that kind of thing, but yet again, this is something different.
It was just next level. Like I said, it was next level dark and next level knowing what was, again, with Virginia, just off the road isn't all that big a deal. Even if, usually, like worst case, you're on a mountain.
Usually,
okay, sure. But there are still shoulders. They invented those, I guess. Maybe they hadn't gotten to the West Coast, but they did not have them where I was driving. They did not have any shoulder off the road.
Think about I think the problem was that they put that road in there was room for the road.
And that's it.
And
you're nothing else.
You're lucky if it's truly 2 cars wide. You're real lucky.
Yeah, this road was not. There was, like I said, you don't realize. Of course, a road is plenty wide for a car, but you don't realize how much that grace area. Not that you ever go on the side of the road, but just knowing that it's there.
You never know when you have to. That's the bad part. Yeah.
Again, in my head, I remember there were giant animals in this area that like to stand in the middle of the road and just stand there.
Yeah.
So I was, worst thing that stands in deer. That's about the worst thing that will stand in the middle of the road. But they're usually, for the most part, trying to jump out of your way. Sometimes they get stupid and jump into your car, but that's, that for the most part. Bison, buffalo, they had no thought of ever moving.
There's that, and for anyone who's hit a deer with a vehicle, maybe we talk like whitetail deer, not like mule deer or anything like that, like you'll see out here.
Yeah,
a bison or a buffalo or even a reindeer or something like that, especially like a bison, that's a different kind of animal. That's a big, that thing is massive.
It rivals your car as far as mass.
Oh, yeah.
So,
exactly. The only saving grace you have about a deer is the fact that you're bigger than it in your car.
Yes, far bigger. Yes.
But you're not playing that game.
Buffalo's like, one of those stupid.
It's like the Wile E. Coyote. It's like the Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
It's like going up against the. That's
it. Become an accordion.
Just get smushed. All right. Okay.
So, all right. Well, cool.
Let's hop into this. Still doing a bit of Dark Age.
I was gonna say we'll jump over to Dark Age. It looks like you've been busy, Mr. Grade A Beef.
Grade A Beef.
First off, you got a last name.
Has been busy. Well, I couldn't. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense without the last name. It had to have a last name.
It did. And it was just great.
Okay, this pairing is just.
This is hilarious. Hang on, I got to turn around just so I can. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move this around so I can see everything perfectly. Yeah, there we are.
That's and the thing is, like I said, this is a short.
Literally your belt buckle, man.
This is a short cowboy. Like this is This is
You
not
should
a
have made a
tall
tall
one.
one. You should have just gone.
Well, I was thinking about like I figure I'm trying to make myself at least a little bit less. No, I'm not gonna. I'm still gonna be easy to hit, but.
So you thought the giant cow with the big horns was going to be less conspicuous? Okay.
I made it as small as I could. I figured if I was gonna play a mauler, I was gonna also probably the only time I'm gonna necessarily pick a cow, just because I like so many of the other races better. I just like Char. I really like for like melees and tanks and things like that, and then like I like the Lurkeens for the stealthers and things like and some casters because they have so much dex.
Right.
And then elves are good for mana, and they got pretty good decks too. So they don't make terrible rangers, but just yeah, I can't remember because I think one of them has such a high quick. Whichever one has the higher quick, because unless that's changed, that was always a big part of your bow damage, and your the draw speed and stuff like that. So a lot of that came out of quickness. So yeah, it depends. But and I have to double check to see which
they won't even know I'm here.
Base stats. Probably not. No, they're just gonna. We're just gonna keep running around. Still have to remind me if you want to beeline to any like sweet spots.
Yeah, where are we at? We are in Thid. All right, so Thid.
I think we have first off these guys.
Do you wanna just knock the? Yeah, we do. We definitely have these guys. All right, so I'm gonna try to remember how to play a vamp. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm going to try and do the same thing for this Mauler, even though I even played it a little bit earlier today.
I'm with you.
The good thing is that we are 23, so we still have some leveling room.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I really need something off of Evade. I'm so surprised I don't have anything off of Evade yet. This guy evades quite a lot, and I still do not have a style and fist wraps off evade. I don't get it. I even have a buff.
Here, sit back for just a second.
Yep.
On our next battle, I just want to see what type of damage I'm actually going to deal, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah,
sure. Or if I have this guy even set up at all, I have no idea. It's been a very long time since I played a vamp.
Yeah, I do know, if I remember right, and again, working off old memory, there's a setup. There's a setup process to it that needs to be.
Absolutely.
You have to kind of order things up the right way.
And if you don't, then it's just pointless. All right, so.
And now that you said that, we don't have.
Of course, that's exactly how this is going to go. Every single time. All right, so I'm going to... Oh, there's one.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, I'm going to let you...
Let me go get his attention.
I can even...
That much I remember.
I can even be a caster.
Do that. Then I'll hit that. Oh, that did a lot of stuff. Okay. And then we'll see what this does. Does the fumble chance... A weakened senses. He still hasn't hit me.
Nice.
Okay.
Toss the hot on you just because I could.
No, that's fine. Oh, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's why he didn't hit me.
No, it was later.
In my mind, he didn't hit me.
No, it was later.
Right,
it was late in the game. I was just more messing around with my stuff.
All right.
Let's see. What does this do?
What gets me is the delay. I can't tell where the delay is.
And maulers are the same.
You want some cookies? Okay.
Mauler is definitely the same about that. There's
a delay, and so I'm like, wait, did I hit? I mean, obviously, I just killed an orange without too much. Oh, hey, this is new.
Oh, there you go. About that. Because you can still use yours. The other thing too is like getting used to the fact that you can just go through your whole style rotation. Like you can hit one of your spells and just keep going. It's almost like a chant. You can go through your melee rotation without skipping a beat. You can just kind of weave that in, and then it'll delay in and hit, but you don't have to interrupt your your physical offense at all. You know?
Yeah, basically, it didn't look like I had to do any styles. Like, none of them. I just called them.
Well, you have that too.
And that was it.
See, yeah, and I think
all right,
Vamps,
let's go kill some beetles.
Yeah, your Vamp's definitely gonna outdo me on damage, I would suspect.
But
I'm gonna have a little more utility.
That's okay too.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna have a little bit more utility. I see now you're just showing off.
Run.
Oh yeah, well yeah. You just, no, I don't blame you. I'd be doing it too.
Can't play a vamp and not float.
I'd be running around like that.
You used to do this all the time. I don't remember
think there was
being
a buff you can pull off that it. See, that's the thing I remember looking at. I don't remember it being all the time. I remember there being like a buff that you could run. There was like a combat speed buff. Like, I'm sorry, in combat speed buff. I mean, not combat in this swing, as in like in combat your. So basically, what it was, you could be in combat and still have it slightly. I mean, whatever percentage better than sprint speed, even if you were in combat.
Sure.
Running around, and that's when that thing would hit. And I think they've changed it so now if you have any kind of a speed buff on you, it'll do it, and if you sprint, it'll do it. And I don't know if that was a thing.
Yeah, I can't remember, to be honest with you.
This is one of my newer styles. Just to behind the. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna pop that. Slowly I turn. Good grief. Okay, fine.
Hey, we got his attention. And it.
I haven't even put protect. Do Vamps have protect? I'd be surprised if they did, but
I don't think so. Vamps are very much. This is why Vamps and me really worked. They are solo artists. It is all about them.
Right. Well, I put protect on you. It's weird that I have.
Cool.
I'm gonna double check. I have to remember if friars have protect. Because I'm in a weird way kind of like a friar, kind of similar to you in a sense that I've got leather. That's it. That's.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm not like
really?
a yeah. I'm not like a true tank
really
tank. Not a true tank, but I've got some.
A little bit of a tank, but not
a
like
smidge. That's what I'm saying, man. It's like a freaking gumbo up in this thing, man. It's like a little bit of this, a little. What do we got in the fridge? All right, we throw that in there. Throw enough cayenne pepper in there. It'll taste all right.
Yep. Start with the Trinity. You're good to go.
There you go. Exactly.
That's about the extent of my Cajun cooking knowledge. I know you start with the.
Well, now, that's part of it. Now.
And the Pope, which I just learned.
Well, the Pope is the garlic, right?
Yeah.
Now,
right.
now understand, it's not technically what you start with. Like now Cajun cooking is still Southern American cooking, and like any good Southern American cooking, you always start with the animal fat. I don't care what it is.
Of course.
Whether it's lard, absolutely. Bacon fat, whatever it is, that's the first thing you get up in the pan, and then. Yeah, you could do butter, but with Cajun stuff, it's usually like
it's bacon.
It's it's lard, bacon, something. For me, it's usually like either one of those. They usually have like some
unhealthy liquid oil that you have. Put that in,
because
like
that's
the big clock.
Because that's what you cook the veggies in.
Yep, absolutely. Because vegetables are healthy,
and you can't have that
as long as you. No. If vegetables are healthy, they always remain healthy, no matter how much bacon grease you cook them in. That's what I always go with. It might be why I'm the size I am.
Well, I was going to say I don't even play around because I'm just like, I'm more of the
it's
mindset.
Like a salad, Well, it counts as a salad, right?
So here's my thing. So if you start off with that bacon fat or lard or whatever you use, and that's when I get the Trinity cooking. And then I take it out of the pan. Then I cook up like the chorizo out of the casing. I get that cooking, and then I put the veggies in with that, and then mix that all together. And then that sits in the pot overnight, in a thing in the fridge overnight. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Then I'm gonna get y'all hungry now.
I was just getting ready to say.
So now I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna.
This might not be the part.
I'm not gonna go into too many details on it. But what I will say, what I was gonna say about like how your like veggies are always healthy. Okay, so I don't know if there are enough veggies in there to make up for what we just put in there, and then by the time it's all said and done, the 3 full sticks of butter and the 2 full bottles of wine that go in that thing.
Well, let's see. So butter is mainly cream. So that's dairy, which is one of the food groups. So, I mean, that's pretty healthy in itself. And then wine, that's a fruit. So it's grape wine, right?
It is.
That's fruit, man.
Technically, technically.
This is really a health meal. I mean, honestly, this has got to be on some diet somewhere. Honestly, it has to be.
If it's not, it better be.
Yeah. I need to start this diet.
Oh, well, you come over here for
Sounds
a week.
like a
You're going to
plan.
get on it.
Yeah, exactly. I
I
have to
need
lose
that.
so much weight before I get there. Otherwise,
I
I won't
know.
be able to fly
I know. Whew.
back.
Yeah, get that going.
All right.
Dude. Yeah. Now I got it. Now you got to get over here quick now so I can make some jambalaya. That's all there is to it. Because I got to make some jambalaya.
You mean
now.
your dip? Your chip dip?
It ain't no damn chip dip. Now, I'm not saying it's bad with chips, but you don't need them anymore.
I think we ever talked about that on. I don't know if we ever
Maybe
said
a
that
little
on the
bit,
stream.
because what I was like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
still perfecting
Back
it.
for a while.
I was
yeah.
still perfecting it, and it was like it had
Did you get speed?
everything. Oh, I didn't. God dang it.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna lose it anyhow right here.
Yeah, that's true. We see, now I thought I saw something. Let's see. Well, so anyway, I was kind of still perfecting it out, and I think I had the basics down into
You had
there.
just
It's
started.
just
I was
it
gonna
was
say
like
this is you gotta remember
Yeah.
this is 25 years ago probably.
something
20?
like that. Like I was
At
really,
least
I
a good
kind of
20.
made it before, but I was really trying to make my own thing at this point, and so. And I think basically the only thing I'd say was that, it was like just, we had like some Totitas chips.
And you were trying to make what were you trying to originally make? I was gonna say
it was jambalaya. It was
right.
from the very beginning, it was always trying to make jambalaya. And oh, that's right, I gotta be in front. Okay.
No, you're fine.
And so yeah, I had the basics down, and I don't think it was okay. I think especially at that point in time, because I think I even made that at your place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the other thing too. I was making it like I wasn't even at my kitchen, so I didn't even have quite all the things that I would normally put in there. But like we had like the Tostitas chips, and so we were using that with it. Just added like that little bit of salt from the chips, like really added to it.
Because I just picked up a chip and tried it. Well, I was like, let me dip this in. I was like, man, I think this is better. You should try it with the chips. The chips make this much better.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
that became Jared's chip dip.
Became the chip dip. Now, I'm not saying I still won't eat it with them.
Oh, yeah,
I
of
will.
course.
But man,
it doesn't need them now. It doesn't require
it doesn't
them
need them now. So I'm still hearing about it, like with things opening up, because like, okay, now we got to do a potluck, so then I can make jambalaya. It's like pretty much like no, I have to make jambalaya.
Oh, right. Gotcha. That's who I see. That is someone else. That's on our team.
Oh, okay, cool.
I tell you, the downside of bouncing between realms, you don't remember
No, I
which side
know.
you're.
I know. Shit, I still need to. Okay.
Maybe on after this run, we'll go up, get speed, and then go and run around.
Try and pick up the wood piles. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we have the CK? I wonder. It'd be great if we did.
It'd be a whole lot cooler if we did. I don't know actually, because I don't think I've been in Thid today. I was on my Scald in Molvik, and it went on very long. But the bit I was on, the Albs had it, but that's Molvik, so we can see what we have. Yeah, you're just, well, they're blues, so it helps, but yeah, you're pretty much just burning through them.
All right, let's see. That was 5, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It's actually paying attention. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me do this.
Oh, that's fun. Trying to get used to using my multiple toolbars. I'm so used to being a caster where multiple toolbars aren't for the most part needed. Usually you can fit all the big stuff on the one toolbar.
You just, yeah. I think, if I remember right, and again, I'm not a caster by trade, so bear with me. But I would basically have one for my more heavy hitting stuff, and then I had one for the stuff that was a little bit lower level stuff. But if I was getting low on mana, I could still pop off. You know what I mean? But that was if I remember. But again, now also the kind of some of them. But also, like, I had, like, the macros, like, for days. So it was like I had stuff on different bars and... I really want an invade style. Come on, Mauler wrist wraps, give me an invade style, because this is really starting to tick me off. See, look at this. Big, chunky cow dude shouldn't be evading like that. And I am, and I can't pull anything off after it. Maybe that's kind of the balance. Maybe that's just kind of the...
Probably. Head. Shoulder, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Pretty much. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Get some of these debuffs working for us.
They like you.
Well, I was running this slow AoE thing. I was basically just trying to do everything I can to kind of. I was basically pulling out on my debuffs. Punk.
All right, we're gonna have ourselves a little battle here. I see. Just remember, despite the fact that I normally wouldn't heal you anyhow, not personally, but just because I wouldn't remember, I don't have those.
Get that other one from... No, we don't. Okay. Not yet, anyway. Now we do. Punks.
Was that who's hitting me?
Well, he just started. It was this guy I'm fighting now that was hitting you before, and now we've got those two guys.
I was wondering. I'm like, I shouldn't be dropping quite like this.
Nah, I think maybe even some of my AoEs might be messing with him too.
Oh yeah.
Okay. These guys
All right.
are just
Well,
such a
hey, we're
pain.
gonna go until we can't go no more.
Yep, exactly. Serious, really? All of you? But these guys aggro, so like you can get like
They aggro easily anyhow.
yeah. I actually got through. I mean, if it wasn't for this next batch here, I actually really would have done pretty good.
Yeah, we're probably not gonna win.
But we
But
went
that's
through.
okay.
We took out more than they took
We're
out.
going through quite a few. Yeah. Where's this idiot? I'm about sick of this. Nope, wrong one. I brought another one, sorry.
We don't need any more. That's the last thing we need. Now we got the 2 and then the caster. This is gonna make it tough. And then this guy. I'm not worried about this guy. Don't you worry about that guy. Finally. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, I'm actually surprised we went as far as we did. Because these guys are just... And they keep... Yeah, because then they keep crying for help, too.
Yeah.
So even if you are really trying to control it, it doesn't matter because their aggro range is stupid and they bath like crazy. Oh, you probably need to turn on the auto loot. Oh, you're still going.
Yeah. I'm about to drop though. I can tell by the way I'm.
Oh, that mentalist also got dropped by a Tomta. Yeah, these things are a pill.
Yes, very much so.
Oh. We should let me. You did it,
No, I
ladies, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
I did not yet.
technically, you got through those.
I got one left.
So now I know how you feel when you watch me, because it's like I kind of watch, and then I see your health go up, and I see it go down a little bit, then I see it go up again, and then I see. Oh, good grief! See, like, okay, come on.
Ah!
Nah, you had 4 of them on you at the end.
Yeah.
There's just no way. I mean,
They just started popping at the end. I'm like, all right, so what did I have? The other thing is, I don't really know my skills. I don't really know which ones I'm supposed to hit when. All right, so I steal Endo from this one. Does heat damage. Point blank. All right. All right.
say anything that help you steal health, which is a vampire, you think
You'd
would
think
be in
it'd
your
be most
tool
of them,
belt
wouldn't it?
somewhere. At least somewhere in there in your tool belt, you should have something that steals health.
I didn't see. I would have thought it would have been fiery. Either one of these two. Does 80 damage. Does 36. Does 40. I steal endo.
Okay, maybe it's more like power endo base as opposed to actual health. I know you have like a power
Combat
tap.
speed. Yeah, none of this.
Okay. All right, so yeah, it's more of a power tap type thing as opposed to power with endo. Endo, if you can keep endo going, that's, you know, that's something to laugh at. All right, I got my buffs. I got speed.
And I realized that I was also that whole time, still not red sick, but
Hit your con.
mm-hmm.
This guy on Julix, I don't like. I think if you found like a cap as to how much con you can go down on a character, I think Ian hit it.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Never
I
hit.
never went to a healer.
Ever went to a healer.
It was just not a thing.
I was like, hey, did you hit the healer? Nah, don't worry about it. Okay. I'm the one that's trying to keep you alive. I like to be able to, if
Like,
worse comes
I'm a
worse,
caster.
I like to at least be
By
able
the
to
time I
one
get
hit?
there,
That's what that bubble's for, right? Yeah, okay.
yeah, that's it.
Guess where I just, especially with you just kind of floating around, this whole like, you know, I'm running like I'm literally running like I'm in a mosh pit at a Dropkick Murphys concert.
I'm just
and I mean, now look, as speaking as someone who's been in a mosh pit at a Dropkick Murphys concert, I'm not saying it's not fun, but
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Not elegant though.
Not even.
Not elegant.
Not even one bit. It's just very bound and determined to get to my location, I guess. Do we have it? Do we have it? Can I see the flags? Still can't see the flags. Did you go in the water? Oh, there you are.
Not yet.
I can't see the flag.
Honestly, the fact that you haven't gotten hit yet is a good sign, I would think.
Oh, here comes. It's Albs.
All right.
Got another incoming. Going all the way around the country to get there, but still.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, I know.
Blue. All right.
Hold the whole. Okay, I need to move it down. I'm pulling like the whole damn castle.
I'm on the bridge, by the way.
Okay. Got a couple on me. I'll get them cleared out.
All right, one down.
Yep. How many do you have?
One.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my way.
I've just got to get past this one. Oh, there we go. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi.
Well,
Oh,
fine.
hello there. Oh, hello there. I have been shot.
Oh, yeah, so you do have a self-speed buff.
Yeah, but it doesn't last like it used to.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
swore
long.
it was. It was so much like a caster's speed. You did it. Actually, hang on. When do I get Don't I get climb wall? I have climb wall. Thought I remembered something about that. I have a scout I need to go smack.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back. Well, if that's the case, hang on. I forgot. Vamps will be even more fun.
Oh yeah.
It's the cat song. All right, so anything out here, I'm gonna let you run around and grab, and then
I was gonna go
see
get
if I
all
can
the.
go into this.
I just don't know how many they're gonna throw at you.
Nor do I, but we're about to find out now, aren't we?
Godspeed, sir. Godspeed. Oh, you're a vamp. Maybe it's the other direction, but
Yeah. What are you talking about? Lord of something.
which choir of angels does the Lord of Flies fall under? I'm not exactly sure.
Exactly. Which one does that go under?
Yeah,
We're
scouts.
affecting so many people right now.
Maybe
Let's see this.
completely unintentional.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if they knew my background.
Oh, I know. I know.
All right.
I know.
All right, look at y'all. Got two of you. All right, well, that's nice.
I'll just run around here with no climb wall. Just do.
Oh no, not that. Not two good things. I have two.
No. I know
people
you got.
fighting.
No, I mean I saw you. I saw you with your arms women on you.
Okay, and then she just disappeared. Alrighty. Oh nope, she's back. She just left for a little while. Went and got some food. Came back. Oh, that's right. I can't die. I am level 25.
Oh, uh-oh. Yeah, me too. Well, if anything else, we can double up in the next one.
Yep. All right. Well, I don't remember how much. Oh, hey, another one. Y'all are not very strong against me, are you?
If you take the keep solo, I may rage quit.
Hilarious. That'll be hilarious.
Well, but you know what they should be able to let you do is open the door from the inside.
It would make sense.
If you're in,
We could probably. I've got to tell you, we could probably take this keep if you could punch a hole. It's getting through the doors that's a problem.
Yeah. 'Cause even with the ram, the time it takes, and I don't think this guy gets any like siege, like, not that I have him anyway, but I don't think this guy gets any like siege RAs or anything like that he can use to help along with that. Lifter, well, lifter might be a
doors
option.
Right now. I can't climb the inside wall, right?
I have no idea. Yeah, they would have to have a hook point, and I can't say I would argue that it doesn't make sense for you not to be able to, but
No, but I don't think you can.
yeah.
No, it should. I should absolutely be able to, but I don't. Why do I remember Infies being able to just go and take a keep by themselves? There's something about that.
That might have been a thing back in the day.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hey. Hi. I can see you. Like, well, I can see you obviously on the stream screen, but I can see you like up on the. I'm up on the
Actually,
bridge.
here.
Almost got a bird's eye seat from two different views.
Well, keep watching. You'll see a scout fall off the edge here in a second.
Punk. Hey, maybe I can actually find some wood off the edge now. since you've got them distracted. Do I have the... I don't... okay. Next thing I need to get with my BPs is that speed gem thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm at 180.
Yeah, I'm at 160.
I'm suicide.
At 160 bounty points. So I think I need like 40 more bounty points to... so that's not hard. Because that thing's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Along with the swim thing. Well, what I can say is that they must be too busy with you to notice me. Because I'm over right here by the keep and I'm getting nothing.
Should we try to take a keep? Just you and me. Two people.
Could. But I'm gonna get this pile of wood first. Well, I'm gonna run and get this pile of wood first.
No, it's fine.
And then I could run and I guess get a ram.
Yeah, because we need to work on the front door.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So you should be able to get in. Oh, do we need 2 rams?
Yeah.
So I have to go do it twice. Okay. All right. Let me. Shoot. Where am I? Am I closer? I'm closer to the outkeep. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go.
Don't suicide.
Oh, that's right. I can't. Crap.
I was like, wait.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't do that. Okay.
All right, I'll come and meet you. Where are we?
Okay, hold up. I'm going to be crossing the Owl Bridge.
I see you.
You can't miss me.
I'm
like literally like the bison in the middle of the road. I mean, well, that's the other thing too. Just like see. Oh, that was one thing I was going to mention. Is that the other thing too? Especially if you're heading up, like the east edge of like Oregon and some of the other places, you will eventually run into free range cattle.
Yes, see?
That will they'll just cross the highway. And
that shouldn't be a thing.
And I'm talking about, and it's not like it's like 35-mile-per-hour speed limit. No, we're like, you're at like, I think it's like 65 or 70.
I was gonna say out there,
and
it's very possible there's not a speed limit, isn't it?
Oh like no, Montana, there is. Oh no, there is. Okay, hold up. I got an armed woman on me, trying to get cute.
Always the one.
It's always the like you couldn't be. She had to be a half over.
Oh, we got 2 this time.
That's all I gotta say. She had to be a half over. Couldn't have been like a Highlander chick.
No, it's never the. No.
The kilt. You know, I can get down with that. I'm good with that. You know.
That one. You ain't getting that one.
I am a cow.
Okay, here we go with the weird.
I pretty much have like the same. Could mix it up a little bit. Good grief. Oh, well, I say, okay, I got, all right. They are liking, I'm not even running any kind of chant or anything, but they are loving me.
They're probably repopping.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm going to try and get as far away from that keep.
I was going to say, just come across the bridge. We should be fine once we get across.
Yep. Run, Forrest, run!
I don't think I'm any faster this way, but it feels like I should be. Am I? Because I don't think I'm catching you.
Well, I'm sprinting.
Because you don't have a speed bust, do you?
No, I'm sprinting, though.
Oh, by the way, hit the clean up.
Yep. Let me do that on this one.
Button.
Yep, clean up button. Yay, fixed it.
Nice.
Okay. Had to drop my sprint.
Oh, we should finish these quests while we're here. Let's finish these quests.
Who do we have left?
We have the Beatles.
Beatles.
Yeah. So not the Beatles. Alright, so what number are we up to here?
This should... Yeah, once you kill that one, that should... Yep. Okay. That should have been 4 and 5. And the extra just for good measure.
Yep.
There we go. Got it.
Should I be able to float across this water? I'm just...
You would think.
There's logic here.
If you can float over the ground like that, yeah, you should be able to...
I'm just saying, why am I slowing down in the water? It doesn't make sense. Fix this part of the game, Mythic. Logic.
Maybe there's some, like, thing with, water versus...
Is this like a Back to the Future thing? Where you can't use the hoverboard over water?
Maybe.
I'm just surprised that I remembered what that was. Actually, I think we didn't get these guys either.
Oh, the badges?
Did we get the others? Did we get the badges?
I don't know if we got any of them.
I didn't think so either, but I only see dots for these. Nope, wrong one. You're not who I wanted to fight. But you're here, so...
Yeah, piggy.
I'm gonna be level 33 in bed. Still here. Alright, so that's our 5.
Yep.
How are you doing on health? You're good. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't had auto loot on this whole time. You said it and I heard it and I was like,
well, you were dead when I said it, so you couldn't. I don't even think you could do anything about it.
go up here, turn in the quests,
Yep.
grab 2 rams.
Yes. Yes. Now the question is, if we did it, if we do it, if we brought one each, can we keep the? I don't know if we have a problem keeping the other merchant alive, because we have to take the first door down, then dealing with all the guards and everything.
I should be able to one-off them.
Okay.
Alright, so who do we talk to? This person over here.
Either one.
You?
It's corner
Round
here.
point remover. Wait, why would I talk to you? I don't talk to you.
Should be a siege master, somebody.
Siege Master Cammy.
Yep.
Camry.
Yep. I've
We
got,
could just bust a wall down from a distance. Get a field treb.
yeah, you know what?
Is that faster?
I'll tell you what. You get the treb, I'll get the catapult.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we'll just see if we can't take this. Do
So
the
you said
catapult.
treb, right? You want me to get the treb? Or should we just get a ram?
Okay, well, if you get the treb, you take the wall down. I'll get the ram, and then we can take the second door down, because we got to do it twice. We got to take it. We got to get in there. So yeah, you do that, and then yeah, get the speed with it. I'll do this again. Yep. Okay. Good. So then we'll take it down with the treb first. Hopefully that won't take forever.
Right.
And then we'll roll in with the ram. We can manage to do this. Good grief.
This would be hilarious. Alright, let's see.
It's really going to boil down to whether we get any company.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. You're got to come back for your...
Yeah, loser?
Yeah.
She just did a full stop. Hey, Sparky. I need you. What's going on? How did you
Sparky.
get confused by that? They both stopped.
Okay, Edmund, come on. I wonder if it's the
Hey,
hill.
You.
Let me see. Well, let me get... What will
Can I
happen
bring them
if
through the water?
What will happen if I just... Should be able to. No?
I'm gonna make a big circle. Hang on. Maybe there's something just in that spot, you know? Alright, we're just
Yeah,
gonna
it
go
doesn't
through the
want to
water.
go down. Yeah, it doesn't want to go down that hill.
Something with that area, yeah.
Yeah. Bit of terrain. All right, Mythic again.
Maybe.
Fix your game. At least they can
Fix your
swim.
Alright, so where should I set this up? I never
I would
was good with
say the idea is we're gonna need to try. I would try and set it up here.
with
Let
some
me.
distance, right?
Yeah, that's the trick. And
Like right
then
here?
if it'll work there, because I think try to be as far away from the scouts and everything, while still being able to Okay. Oh, there we go.
Does not look like it should work right here.
Oh, that's okay.
Again. it's
Game logic, man.
Logic.
Game logic.
I would like you to aim here. Didn't I just say aim? Yes.
Okay.
Did it hit it?
Yes.
Nope, it
No?
missed.
Oh, did it say it missed? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Didn't know it could miss. Hey, it hit it that time.
Yay,
All right.
okay. That was about a
We're on.
10% drop. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad.
Once I knock the door down, I wonder if I could. Oh, it's too bad I couldn't know where that was. I could aim. I could move it closer and aim at the middle door, the center door too.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No, yep.
Oh,
Are
well.
you able to move that closer?
It says move as an
It will.
option.
Let's get this thing
It's one thing at a time.
exactly, but then that's not a bad thought. Not a bad thought.
Right? About halfway.
Yep.
$44. Yeah, this seems like a lot faster than I remember back in the old days. I remember it being much more of a whole deal when you would try to go get a siege weapon and everything.
Okay. And with 25% already. Nice.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember it being this fast.
Well, I think the big thing too is it also, if I remember right, because didn't you have to, if you put time into actually upgrading the walls and everything else too, then it might be a little. And so if you don't do that, then
Maybe that's it. Oh, hit the refresh on
I did.
stream. I don't know what's going on tonight.
It's like, man, you need to pick a
I
state.
don't think I've ever seen it on that.
Yeah,
on that,
it's usually on
part
you.
of our stream.
Yeah, it's usually on
me.
you. Yeah, I don't know why, but no, that's okay. At least that again, the rainbow puke fix works. That's all I know.
Yeah.
It's you know, you gotta love this guy. This rainbow puke
Yeah, whoever
fix.
did this, yeah,
Oh,
we
dude,
appreciate you.
That thing right.
Whoever made OBS,
OBS Ninja specifically,
OBS
and then
Ninja.
and then OBS Studio too for expected. It's free. I can't complain about that.
No,
We must
not at all.
hurry. I can only be of use for another 5 minutes. All right, honey. Well, as soon as I get through there, I think we're just gonna need to bust and just get me set up on the door first things first. As soon as we get through
Absolutely.
this, and then we can kind of go from there. But yeah,
We're at
it's
0%.
It should be one more hit.
Yeah, but I missed the last time, so
Gotcha. There we
Here we
go. Okay. So
Wall.
let me let you get
Their
in
hole, I can't see it. Okay,
front. Okay, yep.
I'm the tank. Yay!
Kinda.
I'm the tankish.
The only thing is I'll have to get out of combat anyway. But I think, oh, you know what?
No, I was gonna say I got these.
Okay.
These are lightweights to me.
So I just have to get off of me. So
I
then,
think- That's all right. I got you. Come back here.
because we're right at the
Get over
door.
Nice.
Yeah, we actually picked a really good spot.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, look,
By
yeah,
pure
you
accident.
guys. Okay.
I got them
where
until if I yell for
where'd you punk woman?
You might be able to have her set it up there and just have her drive.
I'm doing that. Come here.
and then drive it in.
You come here. Things like that tend to get stuck for me.
Very
So
easy.
I am going to.
Right, I see him.
Yep.
I see an archer shooting at you.
It's okay. I've got a couple armsmen down here. If I can just get.
Oh, you need help?
Yeah, I'm more worried
Armsmen.
about down here than anything else, to be honest with you.
Then
If I can
archers.
just get,
Okay.
yeah, if I can just get kind of freed up to. I cannot place it here. You suck. That's all I'm gonna say, woman. I mean, look.
Dun, dun, you suck.
I cannot place the equipment here. Do I need to be closer? I cannot. Oh my god. How far back do I need to be? How close do I need to be? How far back do I need to be? Good grief. Okay. So
All right.
as I point at the
She did
door,
her
I say
part.
move.
She's not gonna disappear. Yeah.
No, it's done. It's done. Now
Just
I
run me
should be able to run this armsman over.
You did. Yay.
I did.
I don't think that's what it was, but yay. Yay,
The
you.
armsman dies. The monster is worth no experience. Okay, he's up to bat. He goes swing. Bada, bada, bada. No bada, no bada, no bada.
Speaking of swing, batter. I was supposed to have my Max game on this whole
Oh, there
time.
you go.
I don't know how, but some way, somehow, they are still in first place despite the fact that 17 of their 25 people are hurt.
Now somehow
They
it's
beat
going
the
to take
bejesus out of
a lot
the Braves.
longer to take down this wooden door than it did for us to take down a stone wall, a thick one. Like
Yes,
that was
that I was throwing rocks at.
that was a dummy thick stone wall, and we carved through that like butter. But a wooden door? Oh hell no, no, man. This is
No. You got nothing. You weren't ready for this.
it's lacking. It's less than 50%. I'm not gonna complain too much.
How we doing?
The only problem is
7.
we won't have enough people to claim it.
Ah, true.
And we are done. Ladies and gentlemen, a mauler and
Where
a
are you?
vampire can actually get into the central keep of Center Keep.
Yeah. A fit, at least.
Well, sure.
All right. Now the fun begins. Okay, so if I don't smack her, she won't attack, right? Is that still? That's still a thing?
I'm not making any promises.
All right. Well, I mean, let's slide. Hello. Nothing to see here. Can I go out this door? I could not. All right.
I don't think we can do
Can I
anything
go to the
till
roof?
we. Oh well, now she's.
I just got shot. Okay, never mind. Nope, and then she stopped.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, well, let's roll. Let's do this thing that we do. Ooh, I need helps. I need a lot of helps. Man, she is hard. All right, well, that didn't go so well. Once inside, not so well. We got her, what, 84? Yeah. Yeah, and then, yeah, she was like, I'm sorry. Y'all are just not that one.
Got her down to 82. Got her down to 82%. There.
Yep.
And
There we are.
hey, but we got up to the lady.
That's right. Yep.
Oh crap! Do we have
83, 83, I think. Yeah, we're gone. She sent us packing.
Well, we went out of mid thread Ronky in a bang, not a whimper.
That's right. That's how to go out. That's how to go out.
Vid Ranky.
Put me to housing.
We is out of the rank. Half dead raccoon. First of all, let me say, sir or madam, whomever you may be, that is an incredible name. Second of all, thank you so much for the follow to the Getting Work podcast Twitch channel. But
oh, awesome!
Just kudos all the way around. That is an excellent name.
That's an awesome name. That is pretty nice.
That's incredible. Yeah, I hope you're having fun watching us. A couple idiots trying to take a center keep, just two of us. We got all the way. We got all the way up to the lady.
Supposed to even be there still,
we got
so, yeah.
all the way up to the lady, and yeah, of course we pick a situation where if we died, we were out.
We were out.
And we're out. Oh, I need to go pick up the other Getting Wood quest.
Oh, right.
Because if there is one quest that serves as a proxy, a mascot, if you will, for the Getting Work podcast, it is the Getting Wood podcast, Getting Wood quest within Dark Age Camelot. It's not even what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it.
They do.
It's
no, that's it. That's it.
It's the Getting Wood pod quest.
Pod quest. That's good. I like that one. That's good.
Now I guarantee you, next time when I do the intro,
you're gonna mess it up and say
I'm
that.
not gonna
you
mean
know
it.
That, right?
No, I'm saying I'm not gonna mean it. It won't be intentional. No. I'm just warning you now. Welcome
you
back.
You absolutely are.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Getting Wood pod quest.
I mean, pod quest thing.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. I need to. We take 2, take 3,
okay, I can't
take
do
420,
that one yet.
Take 421.
Oh, I need to turn in. I need to turn in most of my Muir quests. One thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go kill that caster bastard in Muir.
Oh, down in Muir? Yeah, no, I'm all for that every single time.
We're gonna take it to that guy because I tried to figure it out.
That's fine.
Punk ass.
For that matter, I wonder if my vamp can get those quests.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
that he would have ever. It doesn't matter which
No, I
one.
I think you can pick them up no matter what. Like even like your level or whatever. I don't think it matters.
On stealth, I don't know why I always want to put a vamp for some reason in nature. But every single time I
No, stealth actually makes sense.
I have no idea. It doesn't.
Because you're like an anti-stealth, so you got climb wall. You know what
make
does not make sense being into stealth?
Yeah.
Do you want to know what doesn't make sense?
Yeah.
Mauler.
What?
Mauler.
Really?
Look at that center area where the crystals are. You just passed it. You're gonna see a
Oh, it
little
is.
chunk. You're gonna see a
Yeah.
little chunky beefy boy hanging out. That is the Mauler
Sure
trainer.
is.
And
That does not make sense.
Ternanog.
Here in the log.
Somebody was tearing way too much of the nog when they
No,
decided
way
to
too much
put
of
that
the nog.
Mauler. Oh, you know what?
Far too much of the dog.
I'm over here being stupid. Okay, so all right. First things first. Let's recalibrate and get some things.
First things first, trying to
Get
remember
my-
what in the world I'm supposed to put. Do you know
Get
what
my-
I don't remember? What I'm supposed to be putting
Your-
anything into?
Your spec.
Yeah. No clue.
Okay, so. Oh damn! I even kind of
Go
built
with
one
Vampiric
up, and
Embrace.
then
It seems
I want.
like
I
that's
think.
an important-
Obviously, want to go high in weapon. Remember, Pred said that like dementia is supposed to be kind of the meta right now. Shadow
Is it?
Mastery.
I have
I
two in
think-
that.
I think, but that doesn't
good.
necessarily mean you have to. I think like Vampiric Embrace isn't a bad one. I remember like
So right now I've got Vampiric Embraces at 21.
Hold up.
Of course, I probably
Here's what
haven't
we're gonna
trained in 4 or 5 levels. So Vampiric Embrace, and then I was kind of even in my 13 weapon style and 12 Shadow Mastery. I keep wanting to say dementia, but that's not right.
What is dementia?
That is it.
Yeah.
Dementia.
Dementia.
Anyhow.
It's dementia.
Dementia.
It's dementia. The TIA. It's dementia.
It's a ch. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like Portuguese.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it's
anyhow.
that's how you spell the psych degree. Like that's how you spell dementia.
Gotcha.
I don't write the rules with the English language.
He's like, this is just what it is.
It's what happens when you
Again,
borrow
this
from.
is why we have Jared doing the pronunciation when people's names pop up on stream or names of towns. We let Jared do the pronunciation.
Yeah, that stuff.
It will
Yeah.
not go well. You have to know your strengths, and I know that is not one of mine. So I'm perfectly fine accepting that and moving on. Let's see. So, let's see.
Yeah, I looked at it for a bit, but it's been a bit, and I've seen a couple different ones that look pretty cool. I would kind of maybe hit up like some and just kind of see what pops up. Yeah, kind of go up, just tap up on some of the skills and see what hits up, because
We're gonna see how this goes. So I'm gonna do some Shadow Mastery. It's Dementia, you said? Man, I only had 2 in that.
well, again, he said that he didn't spec that way. He went more Vampiric Embrace, if I remember correctly. But Pred was saying that the meta was dementia. But again, just because it's the meta doesn't mean that's what you want to do.
Yeah. We're gonna go and just keep pushing the Shadow Mastery and the Embrace. Right here. Let me remember which ones are which. Oh, hey, I see a heal.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Like a life tap kind of thing.
Yeah, basically, it's a heal over time.
Okay.
So, have I had this the whole time and just didn't know it?
That's highly possible.
Did.
I'm just saying.
Sure did.
I know you well enough to know that that's
That was
definitely
over
a
there.
possibility.
Yep. Absolutely. Been there the whole time. So, yeah. Alrighty.
Okay, what
All right.
level am
Well,
I?
we're gonna go with this. See how it goes.
What is this? This is after Owl Strike. I'm gonna wait. Telling you, we are hitting on all cylinders with the top-notch content right now.
Oh,
Nothing
for
like
sure.
nothing like.
Watch us as we figure out what to spec, how to improve, how to click the little slide bar. 21, 22, no, 21. No, you know what? Forget that one. 21. All right, let's see. Well, I'm going to go ahead and head over to the BG.
Yep, I'm almost there. I'm just kind of.
No, take your time because I am also going to take this moment. We have an issue, so
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah,
have
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
fix it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's like,
a little
guys,
bit of an issue.
you do not want to see this stream if Ian's out of. You don't.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
No, it doesn't go well. Does not go well.
He
All
gets
right, let's
mad.
see.
I start crying. It's just bad.
It's just bad. It's
It's
just a
just
lot of bad
a
problems
lot of
all over the place.
bad.
Let's see. All right, so I am in El Bray.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there in a bit.
Take time. All right, I'm gonna see what buffs I get. All three of them. All right.
Yeah, because you're so OP, man. You don't need all them buffs, man. That's what's
I
happening.
should be able to get them still. That's unfair. That is unfair.
No, but you got like not
Everyone
like
else gets them, and
yeah,
I don't.
because
That is not fair to me.
no,
I can't help it that I'm above them to begin with. I don't understand. It's not fair. I'm in the top 1%. All right, let's see.
yeah, I think that the overall consensus is that that will fall under Crimea River territory. I'm not. I'm
mean,
guessing. I'm guessing. I'm just saying.
I don't understand. It seems so unfair that I should be excluded from all of the buffs. Oh my god!
Okay, Karen.
See what happens when I don't have. See what
Exactly.
happens when I
See,
don't have a drink. This is what
you,
happens.
you got you
Told
guys.
you.
You guys
What
just got a
happens?
little taste
Oh my god!
of what of what happens if Ian tries to stream without his happy juice.
It seems unfair. I don't understand why
Ian,
I would be so excluded this way.
Ian,
Yes.
alcohol
Yes.
now.
Right. Okay. You got it. All right. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, no sweat. all of the speed of the hunt. I'll have you know, I had 204 bounty points. Speed of the hunt costs 200. Did I think twice about it? No, I did not.
Nada.
Not a bit. All right, now that we're
Right.
back, now that Ian's got his happy juice, now we're feeling a little bit better about life. Now we're kind of, getting things. Balance has proceeded to return to the realm. We will
Bring balance to the force.
bring balance to the force. You were supposed to unite us, not tear us apart.
Hey, look.
Have I told you?
Did I get that already?
Have I told you about my friend, the dark side?
Yeah. You are the chosen one. Yeah, I was chosen by the dark side to tear you jokers up. That's what it was. That's what it was. Did you get it?
That felt
Nice,
good.
nice.
That felt good.
I thought it did. I was sitting there, I rolled up to it and stopped, waiting on you.
You waiting on me. You don't know how many times.
Do you know how wrong that is? Do you understand? People, I have visible. See, I'm working in an abusive relationship here. I gotta tell you, this is.
Let's not talk about to where you're what? Probably it's probably a 25-1.
Details. What are you? 25-1 what, man?
I'm counting the treasure chests in the bottom of the water too.
One. I'm saying right now, you have attacked you're taking the stuff from me the one time. You're on a streak. I mean, honestly. All the other stuff before didn't happen, so there's no proof of that.
It's
That's
on
not
stream.
like on stream or anything.
No, not at all.
It's not.
Not
No, I think
not documented.
I don't think that's true.
I mean, you are the editor, so if you want to put in the time to go through and edit that stuff, then that's on you.
It'll be me running up to it, and then at the last second, there's just an image of you standing there, and it's gone. But then it goes back to me flying off. All right, let's see.
Do you get that?
Are we actually just running around looking for these, or
right
are we?
Now, probably. We need to find something that's not red to us to kill too, probably, so we can kind of start getting to. I'd like to at least get to, maybe 27-ish, just because then you're at least a little bit. You don't get completely rolled.
Well, then again, I mean, I'm a vamp, so I don't know that I ever really technically am outgunned.
Fair enough.
At least if the fight can go on for a while.
Yeah, well, that's exactly. Yeah, you got to kill vamps early, because if they get any kind of momentum going, oh, it's ugly.
Yeah, I got to get the momentum.
It is ugly. I haven't seen anything.
Oh, he's not there.
I think this is one that's normally under this bridge. Yeah. Makes me wonder there's some folks out here. Bray's not typically too busy, but you never know.
Yeah, Bray's usually a decent enough balance. It's honestly, it's usually the other way. It's not really balanced. You're not overwhelmed. It's rare that you come out here and you're just like, oh my goodness.
Just rolled. Yeah,
I can't do anything.
Yeah.
There's 50 of the other realms. Yeah.
Yeah, Molvik, it's just you pick your spots and see what you get, because you can
see what you get.
You can.
Yeah, Molvik is all about. And even if you do run into people here in Bray, it's kind of a hit or miss as to what
they even want to bother. Yeah. Man, I'm just trying
hey, are you attacking me?
I'm just trying to get my BPs. Yeah.
Yeah.
When the BPs probably more than anything else. The levels are just kind of. Yeah, like I said, again, kind of like what I was talking about, where like just get enough levels where you can kind of be competent, and then you might try and start to actually do something. Because
Right.
and see this whole like lack of like any kind of speed buff thing is just stupid.
Did you get hit?
No, I have my regular speed buff, but then you have your other speed buff on top of the realm speed buff.
I don't.
No, I think you have
mean,
like a
do
unless
I
maybe
have
like
it?
a, like a, like
Yes.
like a passive like thing maybe because you're
I have just the realm one.
I think you're
The one
getting
right at the door.
Well, see, I think that's where you're getting a little bit on top
Okay.
because you're a vampire.
Yeah, because I haven't actually told it to kick in my other one.
Nah, it's yeah. I think there might be some passive thing going on here maybe.
All right. Well, let's see. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I said. All right.
Said.
Oh, so how was because I didn't get to see it. How was Double or Nothing?
Dude,
AEW pay-per-view.
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. The only thing I can say, especially for you, it's worth watching.
Oh, really?
Your boy got
I
out there.
intentionally have not seen.
Your boy,
Huh?
your boy got out there and did some stuff, like legitimately, like in the squared circle, and even a little bit outside of it. Like legitimately did some stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I would check it out. I intentionally I got my days all mixed up because it says that's what happens
With the
when you're out of town
holiday.
and then there's a holiday.
Yep.
In my mind, I'm like, oh, the day that I'm going back is Sunday because normally that would be the day you're going, coming off vacation and stuff like that. And then you just happen to mention it, like, hey, yeah, I'm watching Double or Nothing. I was like, how is he watching
When I
it on
kind of figured, because I
Saturday?
didn't know with
Because
what you
it's
were
Sunday.
doing and
That makes more
stuff.
sense now.
Yeah, and I didn't know if like what you had going on, what time you'd be popping off. I didn't know like what was going on, so I pretty much figured you wasn't going to get a chance to watch it.
It completely went out of my mind until I was like, oh yeah, it's tomorrow. No, not so much. Never mind. All right, I need one, and then let's start killing some stuff.
I need two actually. I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the right one though? Wait a second. Ancient wood for Bray. Oh, okay. I only have one in Bray.
Oh, you had Thid. Yeah, I got Thids. Oh, I see a red. I see someone red.
I see red people.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I see red people. No, never mind. I just saw the red lettering, but it was a tree.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, we're kind of in that. So we get coming in here like early.
Well, it was where I was. So I was under a bridge right at the Alb Keep, looking for the
Actually, do we have
piece of
CK?
the wood that's over there. Oh shoot, I didn't even look. I guess we could have looked there. Are you close?
I am, but I'm also
Far away.
doing other things. But yeah, it's yeah, let me go by there. If I get shot in the face with an arrow, then I have your answer.
Pretty much. I believe They have it. They being mids, judging by the blue.
Ah, crap.
Appears to be blue. Did you get shot?
I did. I couldn't see the flags.
I could see it just from the angle I was coming from.
At least I'm on our side of the thing. It might have been better if I was on the other side, because I could just suicide and then come back out. Because that's the thing I can do now.
Yeah.
I can do that now. I can suicide and...
Nice. I got 5.
Okay. Well, now you can help me get mine. Because I've got nothing.
Right. I've
I've got 1.
I'm just
Come on.
attacking this frog. I figure since we're here, might as well.
See, now I want it to attack me and it won't. Little punks. Come on.
Of course not.
They are purple. But they still don't hit very hard. I seriously, man, I need my evade buff. I mean, I need an evade style so damn bad. And then now it disappeared. Holy, I mean, I can't ask, like, I want to die and it won't do it. Oh, it just like it fell through the map. That's, yeah. Okay. I will release, and while I'm doing that, I top off my drink.
Did you intentionally die?
I did. Because I lost like what little bit of speed I had.
Oh, I got you.
Although actually, oh crap, I forgot I bought that speed gem thing. Oops.
Yeah, well. Details.
I know. I press release. I'm going to take a pause for the cause. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. No worries. I'm going to go ahead and kill a few things since I can do it with the frogs anyhow.
Yeah, sure.
We'll see how it goes. I'm up to 3. 3 so far. Captured enemy relics. We're getting extra experience. Just noticed that. Yeah, so realm outpost ownership, enemy relics that we own, adventuring in this area as well. So that explains why we're going up a little faster than normal. That's good. Good relic raid. I missed those. I missed doing those. All right, so got 5 there. Let's see. Time to float. Float on. All right. Where are the Where are you? Is the trees over here that red dot is, or is this the hobgobs? We will find out. I think it's the hobgobs. Did I miss them? No, there they are. Far away from
Okie dokie.
There it is.
Oh, did you find somebody to play with?
Hmm.
Find somebody to play with?
Oh,
It's a hob. Okay.
Nah, just the hobgob. Yeah.
Oh, man.
They just totally ignored. Yeah, tonight it's the other computer.
Oh, oops. Oh, we'll fix that.
Oh, there it is. All right. I'm just gonna run up to this red. No problems. Just go straight at him as if this is totally normal. And get a yellow to jump me as well. All right. I don't think I'm gonna be able to handle it. Oh, I did. But barely. Man. I was at 0 there for a while.
Did you pull it through? Did you pull it through?
Yep,
Oh.
made it.
Nice.
So I killed a red while being hit by a yellow. Killed the red, and another orange showed up while I was fighting the yellow. And then I took those two out. I think that's right. I think I got 3 altogether.
Nice.
But I got my 5 overall, so it might have been another one in there, to be honest with you.
Ah, crap.
But don't forget to switch your if you're playing.
Yeah, hold up. Give me a second.
Oh, now.
No. Although I was not worried about it. I was fine, and then a spider decided to hop into the mix.
Oh shoot! I saw you, but I was hoping I'd get over there in time. Where is that spider? He shall pay. I don't know if this is it, but
Close enough.
we're gonna make this one pay.
Okay, I have that.
The indiscretions of his brethren. Yeah, I don't know if you were at the computer or not, or able to hear. But basically, it looks like we're getting some extra experience tonight too. So we got the realm outpost ownership. We're getting relics that we own, captured enemy relics. Of course, adventuring in this area, and then the regular experience as well. So
Cool.
might be explaining why we leveled quite so quickly in Thid.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all of this is fast in general, but
Yeah,
it seemed like we got there a little extra quick.
I agree. I was like, man, that's pretty. I mean, it was only
Yeah, it's
two
hard
levels,
to tell sometimes.
but
Like, well, maybe, I guess.
we weren't trying that hard to level,
No.
and we even like kind of got through before we even got anywhere near all the like wood piles that we normally would kind of run through.
No, absolutely.
Okay, Thid Rockies 4 or 5. Let's see, let me head up.
Oh shoot! Oh, this is what happens when you're not really paying attention. You get jumped by 2. Yeah, that wasn't gonna go well. Oh well. Trying to figure out why I was all of a sudden my health just dropped so quickly. I was getting hit by 2 reds as opposed to 1.
Yeah, these guys being reds right now, it's a little tricky, especially these trees, because they love to just jump on you.
That's what got me. Yeah, that's what got me. Amphibious attack. Yes. All right, I am level 26 now.
Nice.
With my 69 realm points. Translender is always standing here on the I was gonna say in Castle Savage. Where am I at? Droomlinge.
Droomlagen. Yeah.
Droomlagen. That's right. All right, and now I have 169. All right, let's see here. We probably should stay together, especially during these early part of the battleground.
Ah, shit. Got too close to the keep. Underwater, no doubt. Ah, it's okay.
Oh.
I've got a
Right.
freaking guard on me. Purple guard.
Are you? How far are you from 26?
I am like 6 bubs.
Oh, okay.
I was just at 23. I was like nothing over. Let me see when we got started on tonight. Let me see where. Okay, come on, healer. There we go. Hey, Siege Lady. I'm gonna get a ram. I'm gonna run over that spider. Can you do that? Can we do that? Can you
Sounds good to me.
can you place the ram in that location? No?
No.
Probably not.
Please.
No.
Please.
No, really? Not at all?
You sure? Try.
Just, I mean, what's the harm of trying? Here, listen. You just leave all the parts of the ram. I'll build it myself. That's all you got to do. You just carry. You don't have to put it together. You just carry the pieces with you, and then just dump them where I tell you. Right over by that spider.
Leave them right here.
As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll take the spider on. You take the bits and pieces of the ram, and you just drop them on top of the spider.
Nice. Okay, so what are we thinking as far as skill points, realm points?
Oh, well. Ooh, now Vamp, I don't know. Vamp's one of
All
those
over the place
ones.
with
Yeah,
that one,
you
right?
might. Yeah, you might. I don't know enough about what's there. I mean, there's always the usual suspects. You know,
I can do the Mastery of Pain. Like
Mastery
that's- I can
Pain's
always
not
do
probably
Ignore
not a
Pain,
bad one.
Purge, and stuff like that.
I think you'd work towards those probably first, and then kind of start to get a little freaky with it. That would be my guess.
Gives the target a chance to evade. Does not stack with other forms. Okay.
So it's like just like another
Basically,
evade
evade bonus. Yeah.
buff you can pop if you're out of the other ones.
You know what? I'm gonna just try to bump up my chance of getting a crit for right now.
That's not a bad way to go.
Say that one more time.
I said that's not a bad way to go. I think especially with the vamp and everything, anything you can do to crit more? Shoot, son.
It's pretty much what I was thinking. I'm damaged. Lean into it.
Yeah.
DPS,
Why try
lean
and
into it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Don't get cute. Just do what you do.
Got a glass cannon it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Just hit as hard as you possibly can. But I think that's where but I mean, I think that's where Purge is obviously, that's kind of a no-brainer if you can work towards that.
Of course. Yeah. Eventually, but I'm not there yet.
Nah, that makes sense.
Remember, this is an original character. So he didn't come in with a whole bunch of our RPs and everything.
Yeah, the RPs, RAs, or any of that stuff. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, none of that
Yep,
stuff. Bounty points.
I get you. Here, Froggy. Here, Froggy.
On a side note,
Are you feeling froggy?
the Mets have the bases loaded. Granted, I'm watching this in time delay. The Mets have the bases loaded And our boy Pete Alonso, back from the IR, finally,
Nice.
is up and gets a hit. Brings in one. Thank goodness he's back. Brings in two. That's as good as I can do with play-by-play. But that was yeah. Nice. Nice.
That's something that happened on a baseball diamond.
That is something that happened in baseball. All of you baseball fans, specifically Jared.
Yeah. Little paint drying thing. Just can't.
Now.
Just can't do it. No, I kind of get it. I mean, I understand it. I understand the whole. I mean, I get everything that's happening. That's not the problem. The problem is that I do get everything that's happening, and I just don't get it.
It's just not enough of it happening.
I think that might be it.
So baseball, I would say baseball. The best way I could say it is. Okay, for something like this, here we are streaming on Twitch and eventually YouTube, where we upload it there. But we're streaming, we're talking about other stuff, we're doing things, and out the corner of my eye, I kind of peek over and go, "Oh, hey, the bases are loaded." I heard the crowd. All right, Pete Alonso, yeah, buddy. All right, and he got a hit. Great. All right, now I'm back to playing my game. I got time. It's time to do other things.
Right.
Yeah. So that's honestly, yeah. If you just sit and then watch the entire time. Now playoffs are different. Playoffs, you feel what you feel in other sports. That crowd surging type of deal. Baseball, you don't have that. You don't have that, especially during the regular season. You don't. If it's a big game, it's a rival. Mets are playing the Braves, somebody they hate. Yankees, sure, that's a little different. But for the most part, you don't have that.
Well, and that's the thing, and that's what I said. Like, I get it. I understand the rivalry. I understand the history of it, and I probably have more of an affinity to like the history of it.
They get too much into the history stuff, is what baseball's problem is. They want to tell you all
for a
about
lot of fans, I think for like some newer fans and stuff like that, it starts to lose them.
That's what loses them.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And like in a weird way, that's like probably the one aspect of it that keeps me at least somewhat interested in it. It's like, oh, this is the first time.
There's so many of these.
This is the first time that came out
of. If it was unwritten, it's not a rule, dude.
Right.
It's just not a rule. Yeah, it's like a suggestion. It's a thought, but it's not a rule. Well, you can't hit a batter because this guy inside, and so that means you can pitch the guy inside. No.
And I think there's other couple.
Thing.
And there's other couple things too for me about baseball too. Like
I'm coming to team up with you. Like, I'm trying to follow your green dot.
Okay, like growing up, I'm heading the right way. No, I'm not. Okay, let me turn around. So then I'm heading to you. Okay, growing up, it was like all kind of the pretty boys that played baseball.
You mean in school?
Yeah. And then
I liked baseball. I played baseball.
What was it? Well, I played it. I played catcher. And
yeah, you were all covered up.
So here's the thing. Well, no, there's not that. It's catcher. You're supposed to be working with the pitcher to be working out the plays, like what they're going to throw and all this stuff. But then you ultimately get the pitchers that are prima donnas and are going to throw what they want to throw
because they're a pitcher.
And I don't have any. Don't take this one. I don't have anything. I have nothing. I have nothing. You keep running around on this shit, and I got nothing.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Man,
No, you're not. No, you're not.
What had happened was.
That's all right. When you're asking,
I apologize.
When you're asking to like 4 o'clock in the morning, and you can't stay up anymore, I'm going to be up in here grabbing all this shit. I got to. Not for
Hey, this one. All right, sweet. Let me
on your
grab this one.
round. Like you had like a whole round of 5 on yours.
And I'm just
No,
messing
you
with
didn't.
you.
If you nailed that one, you want to see the stream drop quick.
Just end.
Because understand, ladies and gentlemen, I have
end.
I have the kill switch. I have the kill switch. Okay, I need one more, and then I'm at least like to get like the first run through here in Bray.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't even have I don't have any of the quests done either.
You don't have any of the. Oh, right. That's why I'm.
No, because you were running around like a freaking speedball all over the damn place, and I couldn't get to anything. I might have the frogs. done.
I thought you killed the frogs.
I might have them done, but like that. But this would be like my first turn in on the frogs.
Okay.
No, I don't.
All right, so let's get these.
No, that's 4 or 5. Because I got. That's right. Because I got killed by the
You got jumped by the guard.
I got jumped by that purple guard, and I couldn't. That's the other thing too. Like being this level 2, it's like I can only do.
Well, that's why
so
I came
much.
to meet you. I'm like, why are we can't split up right now? We're not all powerful. We need to stay.
Says the guy who went through all the quests and got a tree pile run first. Since we need to get to.
I did not. I lost.
Did
I fell. I died.
I see you. I see you.
You see me?
I have no idea.
I died when 2 red trees attacked.
Oh, the tree. Well, the trees are always the toughest ones to do.
Yeah.
Out here,
I was going fine with it.
It's like the Tom. It's like the Tom. Like this is like they're like that version of the Tomtas in Thid. Like the Tomtas are always a pain in the ass, but at least those you can kind of get it. Those trees. Those trees suck.
The trees are not playing around.
Do I have? I don't think I have all the hobs. I think I got maybe. Okay, that's 4 or 5. I have bits and pieces of all of them. I just don't have any of them completed. This is one of those ones I've always been told like there's like not necessarily like class-wise or anything like that any like definitive like speed difference per se other than like an ability, to give you a buff, right? But I don't know if that's true. Because this guy
He's like, I don't think this means what you think.
No, this guy is
seems
slow.
See, I always thought ogres like the half or
Okay,
I always thought they were slower
here,
and I always thought trolls were slower. Yeah, it's 5 for me. I need to kill some frogs. It's
supposed to be not a thing, supposedly.
But yeah, it is a thing.
Because I remember like there was a thing. Like I think
trolls are slow.
Yeah, I think there's like at one point where it was like quickness was supposed to like there was a whole rumor, but then I remember like a dev thing that came out in dark on like the grab bag
years ago
when Mythic had the grab bag, and they were saying that no, the only thing I did say is that there was no stat that could impact your run speed. Now, to be fair though, I don't recall them saying. Well, I also don't recall them saying anything about any kind of just in general kind of racial saying like, okay, if you're a troll, you're gonna specifically run a little bit slower.
Right.
Now the thing is I mean, it.
By the way, you might want to check under the water here.
Okay, it would make sense. Well, and I checked some of these. I think I might have grabbed one of them. That was one of the ones I actually did grab. Okay. I'll look, but I don't know. I think I already grabbed the one that was. Oh, I did because it's when I came back up. I grabbed the wood pile. I did fight one frog underwater, and then when I came back up, that's when I got hit by the guard. The perp guard. How many more do you need?
One.
One
or two.
Okay, I'll get this guy. Come here. Come here. No, you. Come here. No, I don't want to get too close to the thing.
Hey.
No.
He's like, I know.
Hey, but I'm a caster. You didn't know I was a caster.
You know what I'm not. I'm a caster, but it's like a bizarre caster.
Well,
I'm
when
a
I'm
caster
fighting,
that
like,
can only do point blank 5 feet away from you.
well, I got my so I got my stances depending on what I have in my hand and what buff I put on. So I can be now. I'm not. You kind of gotta. I don't know if there might be more of like a hybrid spec. I'm sure there is. But like right now, I'm pure wrist wraps, which means I'm straight. Like I'm straight melee. I may be able to cast stuff, but it's more of just sort of, hey, I'm all the way over here. I'm all the way over here. Just
you were also here. That'd be great.
Notice me. Yep, over here, buddy. Over here. Come over here. Come over here. Yeah, I can pretty much do that.
All right. I'm just waiting for this one frog to come to the top.
All right.
Of course, he's not going to do now.
That one didn't count. The one I killed didn't count. That sucks.
No, it did.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there it is. I was 2.
Okay.
I got it. Don't worry. And done. Okay.
And then we have trees.
Where are the trees?
North.
Bring on the trees.
Yeah, like north.
Kill.
Yeah, exactly. These suckers are just. All right, where am I? I've got. My getting wood. Good on. Fid. There it is. I need like one. Yeah, I'm one more away here in Bray on this run. Say it because sometimes there might be a little random one over here. Okay.
All right. So tree 1. Let me call you.
Yeah, you pop it over and we'll take it down. At least it's orange.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of like, it's been reds.
Oh, it's orange to you as well?
It's orange to me too. All I could see was a sea of reds.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's pull him back. Do you want me to Do you want me to like cast pull him like long range?
That might be a better. Yeah. I don't think we'll have as much of a problem as long as it's both of us.
True. Yeah, we could probably go through these pretty quick. There we go.
I mean, me plus the fact that I still don't really know what I'm doing as a vamp. Like I'm just pressing some buttons, but that doesn't mean I really know what I'm doing. It's kind of random buttons I'm hitting. I mean, shoot, for that matter, I just figured out that I had heal.
Is mine
On an unrelated note, 2 of the Arizona Diamondbacks both let the ball just drop right between them. They both ran up to the ball was in the air, it went, and then they just let it go. All right, so we're going to test that theory that I was talking about earlier.
Yep.
About how we could take them if it was just, as long as we were together.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Are you okay?
Oh, no. I'm good. I think. We'll find out.
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, maybe. But
That's the other thing is I don't know. Maybe.
Are they still hitting you? I thought I got both of them
No,
on
you
me.
got them. It's just
Okay. They were fine.
I'm just trying to debuff them more than anything right now.
Like, I'm just hitting buttons, I'll be honest with you. I would love to say that I'm glad that the little whole keyboard thing, how am I not able to hit this one that's at 0? I'm glad you have the keyboard thing on you as opposed to on me.
Oh, right,
Look at
right.
this.
Missing this one's kind of like, you can't really
I'm
see
like
much
6,
anyway.
1, maybe a 3, back to 1, Alt.
Yeah, this is pretty deadly. Of course, at least on this view too, it's not even like, oh, I know, you didn't want to be out of the fun. I get it, but seriously, I'm sorry, buddy, but you just weren't invited.
Just got a hit.
You just weren't invited. Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's the best pitcher in baseball, Jacob deGrom. But I mean,
Hey. And remind me, which one is the one where the pitchers can hit, and the one with the other? National
League. For one last season, for one final season, they're gonna go full on DH after this.
Oh, okay.
But Jacob deGrom is the man.
I was kind of wondering, how often are pitchers traded from one to the other?
For teams?
No, not teams, but like
traded.
from like the two sides, so that if you
I mean, probably just as usually doesn't
often.
factor in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just wondering if you're a pitcher and you're like, okay, I don't want to hit. Especially if
you cannot want to.
Gotten used to the whole. Gotten to the whole
National League or American League.
Mm-hmm.
That happens, and there are certain pitchers. I think one of the better examples. It wasn't that he didn't try; he was just really bad at it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, I was getting ready to say his name. I can see him as plain as day. The guy pitched for 100 years. He was pitching still in 2018, I want to say. As soon as I would say his name, I could see him as plain as day. Big, heavy set dude that when I say he pitched for back in the day, I want to say if someone told me he pitched in the 90s, I'd be like, yeah, that's right. What was his name? He pitched for the Mets most recently. He was like super cool too. Oh man, my mind just went blank. Anyhow, you always call him Big Sexy, but he not Kevin Nash.
Right.
Shoot. Bartolo Colon. That's it. Thank you. That's what it was. I was trying to come up with his name. Anyhow, he had never hit a home run. And when I say he pitched, I swear he pitched it in the 90s. If someone said it was like 95 and he was pitching, I'd be like, yeah, that's
sure.
I don't think it really was, but he's pitched for that long. Let's just put it like that. He hit a home run in like I want to say it's like 2017, 2018, 2015, somewhere in that neighborhood. He hit his first ever home run.
Oh wow!
Big heavy set dude, and he finally hit one. And I mean that they replay that so many times. As a Mets fan, that was like a huge moment. Everybody was cheering. Our team was
sure. Because I mean, and it's weird because to me, I guess kind of what I know about pitchers and everything like that is, especially with the speed and everything like that, the way they're throwing and on, and the issue, and like where like you basically have like a finite pitch count. Ultimately, at the end of the day. Yeah. So it surprises me that like the pitchers would be batting at all. Because you're still, I mean, I know it's technically a different motion, but you are still using those you are still using that ball socket, and you're still potentially impacting that pitch count, right? And so I'm kind of I was kind of surprised that it didn't cut out even sooner.
Guys get hurt.
Exactly. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. And,
it's like quarterbacks in football, right? You don't expect them to be athletes.
Not necessarily. Not and the ones that do, I mean, how many times have we seen
or punters? I put punters, kickers, and quarterbacks.
All in the same but you can get those guys that are kind of mixed up, but then you get like look what happened to RG3.
Yes.
He's like a perfect example of why that athletic quarterback isn't always a good idea.
Not a good thing. Tom Brady can play forever. You know why? Because he never did that tries stuff. Not to get hit as often as possible. Because he knows, you know what? I can't outrun that linebacker. He's going to kill me if I take off running. So let's look downfield and try to throw it. That's our best option. Yeah, if I'm athletic enough where I go, I think I can make this happen.
Yes. And it always kind of surprised me that it didn't go that way, where it's just like, okay, we're cutting out this whole pitcher's hitting stuff, and then you got guys but then it also gives room. The whole DH thing's nice because then you get like those hitter specialists where they have no business being on a baseball diamond defensively.
Catch a ball if you lobbed it to them.
or even throw it to you necessarily effectively.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing, like he could throw it to you, but to then be effective in the diamond, like no. And so, but they can hit the hell out of a ball. So it gives a spot for guys like that too, where then they have and then again, even like me, it's not like the biggest baseball fan. I will always argue that one of the hardest things you can do in sports is hit a baseball. I mean, the velocity and I mean, and that's the reason why you talk about like the batter's numbers. When you really look at like the percentages wise, like just pure percentages, that's not that high.
No,
because
if you went to the free throw line, if you told me that your guy shoots 3 of every 10 that he goes up, he makes 3 out of every 10. That's horrible.
It's horrible
in basketball from anywhere. From 3-point range, it's not great. From the free throw line, oh my goodness.
3-pointers. If you're at 3-point, if you're at 3-point range and you're more of kind of a third option stretch 4. You get into that. 30% isn't horrible.
Do you need this
I need one more.
All right.
Let me run and do that whole thing shebang there.
I figure we would hit that and recycle our quests as we're right here.
Yeah. It's no, I mean, you'd really it kind of becomes like, okay, what's your role? Okay, fine. Okay, boom, you can hit one out of every 3,
really
and that's what you're doing.
But okay, fine.
But hitting a baseball, you talk about how it's like a 10%.
A quarterback that completes 30% of his passes is called a punter.
That's what you're. No. I'm sorry. They're called a holder.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not doing. They're not doing any of that.
That's not what's supposed to be happening for them.
Yeah. Okay. I'm up to date on quests. I think that was the only one I had. Okay.
All right. While you do that, I'll go train because I think I've done a couple. Have I mentioned that Jacob deGrom is the best pitcher in baseball?
You have a couple times.
4 innings, no hits, no runs.
Damn.
He's a bad man. But he does have an RBI.
Has he had any fouls? Like just foul balls on him or anything like that this game?
Oh no, they've hit the ball. They have made contact with the ball.
Okay.
But
that is
He has a point eight. I think it was 0.8883. It's point is the first word that comes out of my mouth, not a number.
Right.
Point eight something coming into this game. ERA, earn run average.
Wow.
Point.
That's I
If the
know.
Mets could ever score runs for him, he would be amazing.
Well, that's another tense. That's a whole another thing. That's
Tonight,
why he had to get that. That's why he had to get that RBI in there because I mean, he's got to do something.
He did. Honestly, that's the joke with him. He better drive in his runs because there's nobody else going to when he pitches. That's a joke. That is a sad joke as a Mets fan that happens far too often. But not this year. This is a different year. We got rid of those bum owners that we had before.
Sure.
So
sure.
The Mets went from having the cheapest owners in baseball to now having the richest owner in baseball. I may
have to make sure to get kind of things situated so at the drop of a hat I can make a special flight up to the DC area so I can be part of the celebration when Snyder finally sells the Washington football team.
Yeah.
I may need to make sure I have things provisioned so I can take part in that. Cause, man, I need to.
I mean, he's not cheap. The guy does spend money.
And if that's all he did, we would probably be in better shape. But that's not all he does. He spends money on
video equipment to, record the girls.
Well, that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother thing.
I mean, he spends money, so technically that should be good, right? Oh, football stuff. Actually, to be fair, he does spend money on it. He does.
Well, he spends money, and when he listens to his GMs, he hires good when he spends money on good GMs and listens to the good GMs. He has a weird. I think he's like. I think that's what I was gonna say. I think he's like one of my short I just got my hair. Susie just buzz cut my hair, just scalped it. I think he's like one of the long hairs on my head, taller than a hobbit.
Is he taller than me?
I have no idea. I don't know, but he's an idiot.
I was gonna say,
dude's small one way or the other. Let's put it that way.
I'm just gonna leave that alone. How tall is
he's got that small? He's kind of got that small energy. It's one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So
something is short. Okay, so he's something short of height or other stuff. Yeah, so he's 5'9". All right, so he's shorter than me. He's an inch shorter than me.
So he's just short of average, basically, right? So, because he'll get the better the GM, the more he gets involved and screws it up. He cannot stand somebody coming in there knowing more than him. Yeah, and knowing more than him, and it's just like, dude, this is football. I get it. You made your money.
It's okay to not know. You made your money somewhere else.
Saying no, you're no chump, dude. You made your money, all right?
Right.
But that obviously it wasn't in football. You made your money to buy the team in the first place, but I'm going to stick to you.
So the Mets ownership,
and I'm going to fix. I'm going to fix the. There we go.
Oh, I'm off of the. Okay.
The game screen. Yep.
So I don't know what's going on with that screen tonight. I'll tell you, the Mets ownership So the Mets ownership wasn't, and again, I have to preface everything by saying they are far beyond richer than I will probably ever be. So I am only talking in the realm of it's like saying an NBA player is a scrub, you know?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm
If
glad.
we took a
I'm
scrub,
glad. I'm glad you
you got it.
mentioned that. No, I'm glad you mentioned that because I got a whole nother conversation to start. But that's a different sport. We're gonna. Well, let's
Yeah.
stay on. We'll stay
So
on this right now.
I was gonna say I will preface this by saying they have far more money than I do. They have more money than I will probably ever have at
Hey
any
man,
time.
this getting
So
wood podcast
yeah,
thing
well,
is gonna.
once this blows up, I mean that's a little
Do we need to
different.
kill
But
these
you
guys?
know,
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep our speed. Is that
yeah,
what we're doing? Okay, that's good. Okay.
yeah, let's keep our
Yeah,
speed.
let's keep the speed.
Um,
We'll focus on this for now until it just starts to go scarce.
yeah.
We
So yeah, far more money than. But now in the
oh,
realm
that's
of
that.
other GMs and all, huh?
No, that tree. There's like one of those trees where the very bottom of the tree looks just like the wood.
Yes, yes, it does. All right, that's 4 for me.
Okay, that's like
I mean, for you.
1.
Okay.
I'm on like 1.
Oh, that's right. We cycled.
I'm not even like that's like my. I'm 1 of 5 on my second run. Let's see.
But this is only my second run too.
Okay. Yeah,
There's
you're
one right
just like a
here.
smidge ahead of me on that one.
How fast are you?
Let me see if I can come in here and. Booyah! Oh, come on. Stop the animation. There we go.
Exactly. Keep moving. All right. So we will cycle
How fast
through
can I
here. So
still
the mid one I actually know pretty well.
Okay.
So there's 2 in a row.
Because that's the
and
one that
then
you
if
ran
go,
like ad nauseum, right? That's the one you
yeah,
just like
this is where I started really learning the
whole pattern and
learning
everything.
the BGs in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as because they also had around, but I will say this actually confuses me a bit because they also had around the same time the
gift box thing, right?
the
Because it
gift
was during the
boxes. Yes,
holidays.
yeah.
So yep. Yeah, I kind of started back up again, just like I think I remember picking up one of
Those
those.
were gone, right?
I
Did you?
I remember finding one. I couldn't tell you where, but I remember
Right.
finding one and getting it. But then that was it. That was it. I didn't see another one anywhere. I was like right on the tail end of it.
I'm with you.
But yeah, it'd be cool to check that out next year. Oh yeah, running on the sides of mountains. I remember this.
Yeah, that weird.
It's always just you always seem
Sort
to
of
catch
works,
the
but
ground.
it
Just a
doesn't
smidge.
exactly.
Yeah. I remember when we would do. So back in the day, before like the speed buffs and everything were so handy.
Yes.
I remember rolling through. It'd be Wrath, myself, and Angie. We would roll through. So basically, we would cycle off on the Pally Perma Sprint wasn't a thing either. So what we would do is we would cycle off. So one of us would run the endo chant while we were sprinting down, and then we would
All right, that's 5 for me.
Okay. I
So,
need
everything else yours.
I need FOMO.
FOMO.
Anyway, so we would cycle off. One of us would run the endo chant. We would sprint. The other one would run the endo chant. We would sprint. And then we would hit these hills. And then it would just completely jack the entire cycle up. Like just because you get kind of in this trudge, your endo's still running. Maybe you might remember to take it off. But like it would just throw the whole thing.
But you weren't really getting it benefit from it.
Because we had the timing down like so clean, so that there would be no dead gaps. There'd be no, because if you didn't have it like to a T, you'd have time where the endo wasn't running, so you were starting to run out. And I don't know if this is still a thing. Early on, the armor you would wear would impact the endo cost on your sprint. So paladins and armsmen had, but this was old school. So I highly doubt that's a thing anymore.
Sure.
But yeah, like if you were running around in plate armor, which was the heaviest armor in the game, your endo cost for sprinting was much higher. So you'd have to really, like, that whole pally train thing had to be, and you had to have 3. If you really wanted to go really long distances in perma sprint, you had to have 3. There was no 2 weren't going to cut it. 2 weren't going to cut it.
All right, so let's. I think we got all of ours, right?
I think so, but you never know if they might
All right,
pop.
so let's kill some trees.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm always on about killing something.
Absolutely. I was gonna say, I was surprised you lasted that long with not killing anything. It took to the 5th inning before somebody got a base hit off the baddest pitcher in baseball.
And let him get traded to another team, and he's a bum.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
He's not going any place. He is a Met for life. For life.
Well, I guess the obvious question there is
his
then,
contract.
like, what's his contract look like?
Yes, I was like, for the life of his contract.
Well, there we go. Because I mean, I know baseball of any of the other sports are more prone to their long-term contracts and be a bit more.
Oh yeah, their contracts are next level.
And actually
play around with their
be
contracts.
Closer to holding up to them.
Yes.
on the ownership and the management side of things, you know.
I mean,
especially,
Francisco Lindor signed a $340 million contract or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just say that's the fact that he signed a contract that much might be more than any of the previous. Okay, who just killed somebody?
Highlander.
This is a Highlander. Yeah, we'll just fight this one.
Yeah.
I'll go watch you. Oh,
he's running. He's running away. Yeah, right. He's not stupid. He's like, okay, there's 2 of them.
Yeah. I'm waiting to see if he comes back. It's like, oh. For the most part, I don't try to jump people. I can't say I never have. I mean, I definitely have.
I try and give people a chance to a point, you know, especially if they're out here doing this stuff. I mean,
if I'm doing the same thing, like
Molvik, I kind of say it's a kind of more of a free for all.
Molvik,
you're kind of getting closer.
You need to attack first.
Yeah, because otherwise they are likely to attack you.
They are going to attack you.
Do you have that speed?
Every so often you get one.
You have that speed gem thing?
Oh, yeah. Which I have started forgetting about.
Let's see, I wasn't going to fire mine off unless you had yours. Okay, so, all right. A detour off of baseball.
Yep.
Only because you mentioned the word scrub. Did you see the back and forth drama around like Matt Barnes? So Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson have a podcast called All the Smoke. And you know Matt Barnes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's that alliance, tracks,
tracks.
whatever kind of word you want to use. I mean, look who you're talking about, right? Now,
Right.
there was something where Matt Barnes. No, I'm sorry. Steven Jackson was on a show on. I can't remember if it was ESPN. It was one of the talking head shows. ESPN, one of them. And now I'm gonna lose her name. Buss. What's her first name? Jeannie Buss was talking about a trade that involved Kwame Brown, right? Now there was 3 players. One guy, like one of the 3, like they just completely literally fell off the map. Didn't play for the NBA at all after that. And there was another guy who was Paul Gasol.
Gotcha.
And then Kwame Brown was part of it. Steven Jackson made the joke, so it was like she was talking about. So these 3 players, Steven Jackson's just like, oh, you mean one player,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And then like Stephen A. always likes to throw Kwame under a bus anytime he gets a chance.
Brown.
Exactly. He's done graduation speeches where he's brought up that dude. There's video of it.
That's so wrong.
So, unbeknownst to anybody who's probably ever seen Kwame Brown, dude can talk. Hold up, we got one.
Kwame Brown?
Dude can talk.
Talk what?
And dude's got shit to say.
He can speak English, or
No,
like
I mean, no, listen, like talk like it's gonna be very clear. You're gonna put some respect on his name. Like
why? But why?
So
what's that gift? But why?
So here's the trick. If you give me a journeyman center, 13 years in the league, $70 million, 65 to 75 games a year out of that entire 13 years. And like serious minutes. You gonna call him a scrub?
If he has the effect on a basketball game that Kwame Brown had, yes. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Again, could Kwame Brown beat me? Yes. Not an NBA player. We were talking about this earlier. Talking about how kind of the line between fan and with the new stuff that's going on. We'll get into that. Otherwise, I'll segue.
Sure.
But as an NBA player, I mean, they got to fill out their rosters.
Sure.
You're not.
So
It's not. I'm not saying you didn't do well for your family. You did. I'm not saying you didn't do well as you didn't get in fights. You're not a bad person. You're not a useless bag of crap, Isaiah Thomas.
And a couple of now this is where a lot of it comes into play. This is where a lot of it comes into play. Because if you look at a lot of the names of the folks that keep bringing his name in, and this is the other thing too. Now, I had the initial reaction you did. And then I started paying attention to the people that were starting to talking, and
they were
the
same
fact,
ones.
and the fact.
Matt Barnes. Come on, man. Who are you?
Are you barely a step above a scrub?
Matt Barnes was a good, solid little role player. I wouldn't want to fight him. I mean, aside from
Oh, I
that,
wouldn't care.
okay.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
care.
mean, he's not a person.
I
He's
take
not
that.
he's not a guy. No, I'm sorry. He is that. He is just a guy.
He's a guy.
He's a guy.
I'd take Matt Jackson on and freaking
I
let him
yeah.
come in with some kind of reach and just freaking just like
He's a guy.
Yeah.
He played basketball. I mean,
now let me be fair. Matt Barnes was a good roughneck defender. Wasn't afraid to play against anybody.
Great.
You know,
a lot of those.
But sure. And then you got Steven Jackson.
Malice in the Palace, which I was talking to my son about earlier. He'd never seen it. I have to still show him that.
And then you've got
Malice in the Palace.
And then
that's what we know about Steven Jackson.
Then you got Stephen A. Smith.
Steven Jackson was better than Matt Barnes. He was better.
Yep. I mean, no doubt.
But yeah.
And then you got Stephen A. Smith.
He just has a mouth. So.
Now, here's the thing. Kwame Brown hadn't said a word to anybody about any of this stuff, but it ultimately came down to it's like taking the whole thing. Okay, he's a bust, a scrub.
The biggest thing with Kwame Brown, if Kwame Brown had been drafted in the second round or later in the first round, no one would really have a problem. The problem is he went where he went
first. And
Michael guy drafted him.
He never should have gone there. He never should have gone there. He was an 18-year-old kid right out of high school, had none of... He had that raw talent, but didn't have any...
He did not want to smoke.
But he didn't have any of the support. He had none of it. Nothing.
He wasn't ready.
No.
He was not ready.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing, because like what maybe talk about is I can't remember who it was, but it was now I've lost it. Another NBA player came back and talked about him. He's like, look, here's the thing. A lot of people like to make jokes about Kwame. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't laugh about any of them, but what I will say is this: where I came from. And like Kwame kind of comes from like a similar kind of place, similar kind of like area, similar kind of background. If you're sitting there and you're saying like you're not getting involved with nothing, and you come in and drop something on you, all the gloves are off. What I say after the fact, that was on you for bringing this to my house in the first place when I was just doing myself and mine. Right? And so Kwame, you want to talk about all the smoke?
He wants all of it.
He's bringing it. Go check out his videos. His YouTube channel has blown up. The dude barely even had one. He has completely lit up everybody. And see, like it's my biggest thing because I have a strong disdain for the talking heads.
Right.
And a big part of that,
I totally understand.
Big part of that is this, and so now Kwame Brown has come in and just said I am taking none of this. I like you and guess what? You thought you wanted it. You thought you were wrong. And I'm going to show you why you were wrong.
Show just how wrong you were.
He's not backing away from it anymore. This dude's probably got years of stuff that he's dealt with, and he's like, you know what? No. I'm not doing it no more. You brought it. I've let it go. I left it go, and you kept coming, and now you're gonna get it because it's
any NBA player. You could be Jed Bushler from back in the day when he played on the Bulls, to obviously, the front and center stars.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. If you are a bench player on an NBA team, heck, a G Leaguer, to be honest with you, but a bench guy, the end of the bench, the far tippy, the part of the bench that no one ever sits on. If you're there, you're better. You are in the top 400 of your profession.
Yeah.
There are very few people. Obviously, there's only 400 of them, right? But there are very few people just in life that can say that. Period. They are in the top 400. What's the guy? Scalabrine, and he tells the story of Brian Scalabrine. He was.
Oh, I know. Yeah, dude. Boston. Okay. Yeah.
He is Boston up and down. He should never.
Dude.
I mean, he is Boston's walking, talking. Forget Johnny Haircut. That's that dude. He is supposed to play in Boston.
Yeah.
And he played for the Bulls and all that stuff. So you had him, and he went to some rec. He's working out, and somebody was disrespecting him and was talking all this trash.
I saw this. Yeah.
And he beat the absolute bejesus off. I think they played for like his cell phone or something like that. He beat the brakes off this dude because he is an NBA.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was already
retired.
He's already retired, and he was a big
beat
guy.
The brakes off this dude. Of course he.
Yeah.
Because he should. He is. Yeah, you don't.
And it just kind of goes to show you, you get a guy.
I bet you were really good in high school there, buddy. But see, in the pros,
exactly. It's like, I'm a scrub in the pros. But
if you compare me to Jordan and Pippen,
this is the thing, and I think the biggest thing is it's not so much it isn't actually as much, and I think the scrub comment's one thing, and I think probably the biggest part that's undeserved on Kwame is because it's not like, it's not like he picked himself first.
No, it wasn't his fault.
And
the greatest player of all time's fault.
And who's not gonna what is he gonna do? Say, oh no, I should probably be picked in the second round.
Probably like 15, 20.
No, you take that pick, you take that money. And so then he tried to do what he could around it, but he also never talked about him. You didn't see him talking about himself like he didn't talk.
No. But that was also, to be fair, that is also part of what his issue was.
I think part of the saying is I didn't talk about nothing because I didn't deserve to talk about nothing because I didn't play up to a point where I needed to talk about nothing. And he's saying he don't up to that. He's saying he don't up to that. But he was saying it's so if this is all I'm doing, if this is all I can do, then I'm not gonna be up there talking smack, right?
On a side unrelated note, make sure that I don't pick these up.
Oh,
I didn't turn the request in. Sorry about that.
Yeah, because I need one more.
All right. Let's run around and find it.
I think that might be.
Of course, I have it. I got up to it while I was talking.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think. It's also hard under the water because it's on you almost it's sometimes you can see it from far away, and sometimes you almost have to get right up on it.
Yes, I agree.
It's
it
not
didn't used
consistent.
to be that way, to be honest with you. It did not used to be that way. All right, get to the
We're
top.
doing this swimming because it's like, oh. We see the frog just like not moving. His body's just floating like he's dead, just up to you, and then start fighting.
He's like, oh, now here we are.
Okay, 2 of 5. Now, are we?
You go left, I go right.
Yeah. What level? Okay. We still have, what, one more? We have 28, and then at 29, that's when we're at a point where we're like at no return level. Like, what level is it where we can't come back? I thought it was 29.
30.
29, 30. Yeah, 30 we can't. So, yeah 29, we got to be careful.
Are we at 29?
We're 28, but you're a little bit ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm gonna ding on probably almost the next kill. How many do we have?
I don't know. Oh, damn. I wasn't even paying attention. Got killed.
What got you?
See, I think while I was underwater, I was getting a little like.
Oh, you were dying for being underwater?
Oh, that might have been it. I was sitting there thinking it was the frog.
No, you'll die for being underwater.
Nah, and I even have a thing, and I should have casted it. Okay, let me see. Okay, well, I'm 25 plus. Run that. And then hit that. Then hit my speed. There we go. But no, anyway, if you get a chance, trust me, he's not going to be hard to find. He's got videos for days in a very short period of time, and there's other videos around him, and he's got all the heat. He's got all of it, and man,
you know what? Good for him. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. In that way, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like, no, I'm not saying it's like this doesn't say that no, he was, a better player than he was. I mean, he recognized what he was, but at the same time,
exactly.
He's been out of the league how many years now?
Now,
not saying stuff about nobody.
I will say this. Preface with this.
Oh, fair enough.
If he gets used as an example, not so much that he was such a terrible player, but all that went with it. And the fact is, as a number 1 draft pick, he is sort of the walking, talking. And how many chances, this is really what I want to say, how many chances did he get because he was a number 1 pick? Like a normal guy that had the same type of stats that he had probably isn't still in the league because he's not a name and no one knows him.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like there's a catch to that a little bit too, because I will agree. I think he definitely had I think there's a couple things going there. I think it's good and bad, because I think on one hand you have a situation of a guy who was riding. Sure, I'll completely own up to the fact that he's probably riding on that name a bit. Sure.
Now the other aspect of it,
and everybody's like, if we could just unlock the talent, it's there.
Right.
Because that's why he got drafted number 1.
But the problem, I think the big other problem with Kwame Brown too was not. I mean, so I think again, we talk about like a tragedy of errors and just bad timing. I think there's aspects of it where he coming in at 18 like that, And I think especially like someone like a Kwame Brown, who's more raw athleticism and size than anything else, needs more fine tuning, right?
Yeah. Right.
Then he's also kind of starting to come in to where, especially he gets, I don't know the exact years and timing on it, but he's kind of coming in that time frame where sort of more of that traditional center was starting to
fade. Yeah.
And that didn't help him at all. And so then you've got like this situation where it's like, okay, so he's coming in more and it was kind of like right at that cusp of it where like he's spending all of his, he didn't have the advantage of foresight to say, okay, big men need to do this and this on top of, and so I think that definitely hurt him. And I think a lot of times he was getting asked to do, different things that he didn't get the opportunity to learn how to adjust. And that's one thing I think where the college game can help, because it tends to be a bit ahead of the times on some of that stuff, because you don't have the benefit of having the absolute best on your team to go up against different things. And so you almost have to kind of play things a little bit differently.
Absolutely.
The college game.
How many do you have?
How many do I have of the trees? That was 3.
Okay.
So I just need a couple more. No, but yeah, I mean, so he didn't have the like, I think in college they're a bit more ahead of on some of that stuff just because they have to. And they end up having like players that are a bit more versatile, but then they may not necessarily, okay, yep, you know what? Yeah, you're a great kind of all-around player, but you don't have enough of any one skill set to put you in a position to be in the NBA. And then you get guys, like Duke is famous for this, of outside of Grant Hill, who's kind of sort of just a virtuoso coming out of a Duke system. You end up with a bunch of guys who are good enough at a lot of different things,
they're good role players,
just cannot handle enough of the one thing that they really, really need you to do at a level that,
Grab that. There's one.
Well, wait a minute. I'm on a tree, like another kind of tree.
Gotcha.
I see it now.
For the record, I don't know that I remember this one. So remember that one. Oh, right. No, I do remember it, but I remember it not being hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. All right. Yay. Finally, kind of. Got 150 right now. This should probably put me at close to 250-ish. A little more. Can't remember.
For your RPs.
The realm points.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm at 169. 169.
Yeah, I think this turn ends like 200. And then when you get to Molvik, it's like 500. The reason why I know that is because when I was on my Scald, because it was one of the guys I had moved over from like way back. Mm-hmm. And he didn't have any RPs on him at all. And yeah, I was able to get, I think I did one turn in and it was like 500 in Molvik.
Okay. Nice.
Which is pretty good. I was like, okay. But that kind of like, okay, yeah, you can really start to catch up
basically
there.
Doubles. Is it that it doubles every?
If it doesn't, it's probably pretty dang close.
Close to that, yeah. Home run. Is that Pete? It is. Welcome back, Pete Alonso.
Oh, nice.
Pete Alonso, go ahead. You got your double earlier, and he crushed. Yeah. That's that dude. Polar bear.
So cue me in. Where are we in like the season here? Season, postseason,
Probably
all that
about a
good stuff.
quarter done. About a quarter of
That
it's
makes
done.
sense. Are we closer
Yeah.
to? Are we closer to like the regular schedule, or is it still in the
Pretty close to, or you mean normal, like everybody, no
pre-COVID,
COVID related stuff? Yeah,
like
yeah.
pre-COVID
It's,
when things start and should finish, that kind of thing?
Yeah. You occasionally have some randomness that will pop in as far as actually I haven't heard of it for a while, so we may be done with all of it, to be honest with you. Knock on wood.
Sure.
But I think early on in the season there was still some. I know for as a Mets fan, I know for sure there was still some COVID related cancellations because the Mets didn't play. The Mets didn't play for a while. Their first month, if let's say teams were supposed to play 20 games in the first month, the Mets played like 6.
Oh wow! Yeah,
it was so ridiculous.
So
Every time
how are they figuring out the standings?
Series,
I mean, how are they?
It's all goofy. It's real goofy because of that.
Yeah.
The Mets early on were I can't remember. They were in first place, but it was only because of like percentage points, and they played like 10 games, and everybody else was like 20. they had the first series they got completely canceled against the Nationals because of COVID. Then it was snow. They were supposed to play the Rockies, and there was snow that came around, so they couldn't play the Rockies. It was stuff like that. Like it was just the way things broke. But they all this stuff will come out in the wash at the end of the day. But yeah, early on it was a little all over the place. With that said, the Mets are in first place.
Hey.
And they've had like half a team. Not even half a team. They've had, like I said, they have 17 people on IR. 17.
Just like regular, just stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People injured. Yeah, not COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff. I mean, yeah.
Because that's where I was like, the whole thing with like the whole, like, regardless of what sport you're playing. So you already got, trying to run teams in a bubble and doing all these different things. And then you're turning around with, oh, okay, well, now we got to deal with our regular injuries. And then, this guy can't play for 2 to 3 weeks because he got COVID.
Yeah.
Or he was, or he was like in like contact with somebody.
He was near somebody that had COVID.
And
come to find out. Yeah, that's the one that gets me. See Zach Levine for the Chicago Bulls.
Exactly. It's just like, I mean,
killing me.
Yeah,
like, dude, really? Now? Right now? Seriously?
Like you seriously just can't drop
killing
that.
Me, Smalls, you're killing me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially like star players. It's like, no, dude, no, listen, I don't care. Like you have all the money to put like whatever you need in place. Just don't bring this sickness up into here right now, man. Especially for like a team like the Bulls, who like you get a guy like of all the people. We need all
the players we got,
but especially Zach Levine. Like you could lose, you could probably name off 2 or 3 guys you could drop off and not worry about it that bad.
I could name off a lot more than 2 or 3. The Bulls were not a good team. I love them, but
for Zach Levine to be off the
he should not be one of them.
COVID.
Yeah.
No, you can't afford that.
No. If you had said Denzel Valentine, I'm like, yeah, that's okay. You can go ahead and knock him out.
Yeah.
Move him on.
Sorry.
Who else we got?
You play for this team? Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, you still Yeah, Denzel would always have delusions of grandeur. He would occasionally get out there and, yeah, he always had delusions of grandeur.
Yeah.
He would get out there and think he was Steph Curry. He'd hit one shot at some point during the season, not game, season. And because he hit that shot, he was Steph Curry suddenly. He'd be starting to launch from like a logo and stuff. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, let's just
What's
get
happening?
this. Let's
Yeah,
just
hit
get
one
this.
If you put me out there, legitimately, if you put me out there, I could have done that.
Sure.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't assume it would
saying,
happen again. it's
no, I would know.
I'd be like,
That was that one time.
I'd be like, I'm done. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's wrap this up. Let's go.
That's my swan song.
He would get out there. Yeah.
It's again, it kind of speaks.
I would not at any point think, you know what? I hit that one shot that Steph hit also one time, so I'm gonna assume that we are now equal. Yeah. That makes sense. That tracks. So I hit a shot from the same place that Steph hit one.
No, I mean that's the thing.
Steph.
I mean, it's
yes. So yeah,
Steph still has a lot of, and he'd be the first to admit it, that he has a lot of faults to his game. But where he does excel,
he excels way outside
of Trae Young, like in spurts.
I'll tell you, Trae
in spurts he has, but I think even Trae would be the first to tell you. He's like, no, he's like, look, I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna get mine, but he's not Steph, and he'd be the first to tell you he's not Steph. I mean, like, just now he's gonna try, and he's got that similar game, and he's gonna do what he can. But
he's short and light skinned. That doesn't make him Steph. It's just
always more. He's closer than that. Just, I mean, he has, like I said, he's glimpses, spurts. He has like points where he hits shots that like almost like you drop a go. Is that move where you can like teleport to the? Is that what you did?
Where I roll.
You did a roll
thing. I did.
I think Vamps have a thing where you can actually teleport to the target.
Oh really? I don't think I've gotten that one yet.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it. Sometimes I'll roll through and I'll toss all my points in a line just to see what the skills look like ahead.
Right.
And then cancel out, and then I want to say maybe it was I want to say one of them has like to where basically you pretty much just will shoot to the target. I don't know if you were the one, but I'm gonna assume you're the one. And so you died too quick. Only
attacked him. To be honest with you.
I was still on my diatribe.
The only reason.
I was still.
The only reason I attacked him.
I was still on my I was still colloquializing on the situation that we were dealing with previously, beforehand, even if it wasn't you. But I was gonna
one of your brethren.
I was gonna speak on I was gonna speak on this for a second, man. I had words, I had things I had to get off.
Had 1 second.
I had things I had to get off. I think I had things I had to get off my chest, and I remember.
You had 1 full second.
Just never enough time. Never enough time. Never enough time.
There's a ton of them under here, by the way.
Frogs or wood?
Frogs.
Oh, okay. Mm.
It's a lot less exciting, I know, but still.
Frogs are in like high supply. Oh, you weren't lying. Good God.
You see them all, right?
I mean, I saw you already
Like,
killed
no, for
one.
real,
I see you might even kill one before that. I was like, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I went under. I'm like, oh, okay. There's
Wow.
all of them.
Okay. That's where they are. That's where they are. Okay. I do have my breathing potion. Good grief. Nah, but yeah, you can't go. I'll tell you this much. Whether what you do or what you don't think about Trae Young, he's a hell of a lot closer to Steph than Denzel Valentine is.
Yes. Okay, I'll say it's not like I have any real issue with Trae. I just don't.
You don't
He's a
like
good
small
little
guards,
player.
period.
I don't.
And
I
then,
really don't.
like you got to have somebody like a
And
Steph.
he's like the
that,
quintessential small guard.
yeah.
And then if you're gonna be a small guard that's useful, you better be something more than I don't know. So here's my issue with Trae Young. I watched Trae Young play against the Bulls, and I watched Chris Dunn, who's now on his team actually. I watched Chris Dunn just shut him down. Like, he was not a player that needed to be on. It didn't matter if he was on the court. Shut him down completely. If the Bulls could do that with Jim Boylan being your coach, I can't have but so much. You lose a lot of that star luster.
Sure. Now, and I think that's what I'm saying. I think Trae Young's there in spurts. Okay, let me kill this one last. I think that was 4 or 5 from on my end. It was 5. Okay, well, it's always that one, just in case. That won't take too long. I think the big thing with Trae is, again, he has those glimpses of it. He has those spots where he'll just start to just and then he'll get it. But then I think the biggest thing with him too is that it's just not quite that consistent.
I see him as, so again, I'm thinking 90s NBA, and I look at him and I go, you're a nobody. Like, you're not. You'd be a 3-point shooter. Great. You would never, you come down the lane and that stuff wouldn't happen. That's just the soft NBA now.
Now that's a whole different. Now that.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
and because of that, that's all I see of him.
Now
I see little short.
Fair enough.
Guard.
Fair enough. And I agree.
And if I want to shut you down, I'll put somebody big on you. And you won't. Okay, shoot from half court all game. Fine. You'll hit, let's say, half. You won't hit half. But just because you can make a shot from half court doesn't mean it's still a good shot. Like, it's okay. Go ahead. Take a shot from half court. You made one. Great.
Well,
that was 3.
The other thing.
Still worth 3.
Where are you? I keep seeing your.
I'm fighting the trees.
Okay. Well, I've got trees too, but I'm still like way away from trees. You. Yeah, different trees. Okay. So.
And that's what my issue with.
No, and again,
I
think the issue of. See, now again, I'm not totally opposed to little guards, depending on the circumstances. I will say that not the component, but a key component of even the 90s Bulls was having those small guard 3-point shooters that could get away from people, get space,
John
be ignored.
Paxson, Steve
Kerr, BJ
Absolutely.
Armstrong, a lot of those guys. And if they're playing
But
that
you know
role,
what they weren't? The foundation piece that we built the team around. I'm not saying they don't have a place. They absolutely have a place.
That was 90s ball. Now,
Yes.
what I'm saying, now, trust me, we go down a whole completely different rabbit hole of, you know, the issues with today's basketball versus 90s basketball. You know where I'm gonna get, like, the whole idea of like the true to form bruiser really doesn't exist in today's game, because the rules are pretty much just opened itself up to like these, like they just want to get the score up, because that's what gets the more like average, not so average people that wouldn't watch the game otherwise. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Now. I do have even, like, I would say even a little more of an issue with, say, Trae Young versus even a Steph Curry, because, you know, one of the things is like, okay, yes, you know, Trae Young is more closer to a Steph Curry in spurts, as far as like his shooting and his scoring and all that stuff.
Sure.
But Trae Young doesn't have anything close to the wherewithal of the court. That just a general understanding of where he is.
How many was that for you?
Like 3.
Okay.
Yeah, we can kill these 2 reds. I mean, I'm sorry, not reds, yellows. And call it done. Steph's a better interior scorer.
Excuse me.
And also a better in general, like, facilitator.
Ball handler. Guard,
he's also really good. He's also and this is part of the system, but he's an exceptionally good, like what they call like the hockey assist, where you're the pass to the pass, that's the pass to the score, right? He's incredible at that.
Sure.
And if you're doing that kind of thing, then that's a whole, like, again, but also that takes a little bit of 3D chess. Kind of, it's like, okay, I'm going to put you in position so then you can put that guy in position, kind of thing, you know? That
it just
floor general
they get guys,
kind of thing, you know?
It's like a lazy comparison. It's like, if a guy looks sort of like another guy that was a star, and I mean physically looks like him.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
And suddenly they're like the same guy. It's like a white guy that comes out and you're like, oh, he's a 3-point shooter. He's like Kyle Korver. Maybe. I mean, it's just maybe. I mean, maybe he is.
That's fair. I guess I'm always like, he
could be really athletic.
Nah, it's
notable.
It's always weird for me, because I'm always like 3 or 4 levels deeper than that. Like I said, like when I say Trae Young, like when I say Trae Young reminds me of Steph Curry in spurts. I am strictly talking about the X's and O's of it.
Right.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Many, okay, well, he's short, he's light skinned, and he shoots.
Nah, see, I didn't. He could be as black as Bol. I'd say the same thing.
Right.
Because it's more of his style of play and everything else.
Sure.
Like I'm saying, so like when I say he's like that in spurts, it's because his
and
play on the floor is that in spurts. Not consistently, not like, and even more of that. It's even more from a specific dimension of Steph's game.
Sure.
Because Trae doesn't have enough in the other dimensions to really quite cover. Now Trae,
Well, he's also young.
Trey's a good
Like,
player.
give him
Trey's a
time.
Trey's a good
Yeah.
player. And it's a unfortunate comparison when to an extent
You're
when
comparing
you're
to a future Hall of Fame.
yeah, it's a different, a completely
champion.
different beast.
Yeah, sure.
And but what's so funny because we started about like the whole Trey Young things. We were talking about Denzel Valentine because the whole thing was I was saying it was like like Denzel Valentine. It's a whole different bit. Like, the reason why I
That'll
brought
be
up
the only time in history that anyone segues between Denzel Valentine and Steph or Trey. So.
Right. I mean, and the reason why I brought because like you say, like I was trying to think that he was like Steph Curry and everything like that, and I was thinking like, well, like like he's not even Trey Young. He's not even.
No.
He's not even that. It's a different comparison altogether. He can't even compare to someone who can't compare.
Right. No, he'll get no. I'm glad. Yeah. This is. I believe we've seen the last of Denzel Valentine in a Bulls uniform. To be perfectly honest, and I'm quite okay with that.
Well, then it kind of begs the question of what
the guy called
can
C.
he
Red
do?
Fred. That I know that he. That's his boy Denzel Valentine. But yeah, no.
Yeah, we know about how like I'm just gonna take care of my boys. Sometimes can your boy take care of himself at all?
No,
that's a whole different discussion. It's a whole different discussion. People get down and out. That's a different ball game. But if you just flat out can't get it done,
no, he is. That's the whole Lowry marketing. How many times the Bulls fans? We have all at some point wanted him to be good, and I think we have all moved on past that, holding our breath, thinking that he was ever going to meet that expectation. So, anyhow,
it's not. I think that
we're going to do that. We need to do that. End of the next 5 years thing,
kind of prediction kind of thing.
Right,
I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But also, another thought that I had because we were talking about like the whole small guard thing compared to, now to, 90s and everything else. It's kind of weird. The game has gotten softer.
Yeah, it is.
But the ball handlers have gotten taller.
Yeah, they have. That is true.
And
very much so.
It's like the overall league has gotten bigger. Okay, so you can't die and come back.
Nope.
Right. Okay. Not like we're really worried about it. But
oh yeah. What level are you?
I'm 29. I'm 3 bubs. I'm like literally a kill and then I'll be 3 bubs in. Like I'm sorry, 3 bubs to go. Yep, there I am. 3 bubs on the dot. So yeah, not too far. Especially for the way these turn-ins go.
Sure.
It's always funny. You'll say like 1 bub on the quest thing. It's like, no, that wasn't 1 bub. That wasn't one bub. That was something different.
Out of that.
That was something different. I think it'll be interesting to try and figure out, especially I think today's NBA too is in a bit of a shift.
Yeah.
And
I can see that.
The reason why I say that is because other players as well.
Let's run back and turn this one in.
Yep. But I specifically say it for yours. I'm gonna run my speed thingy because I have no other speed and I'm feeling very inadequate about my.
We are right at.
I know, but I just done being a slow beefy boy. I'm just done. I'm just done. It was kind of like,
I can't do this. I just can't do this anymore.
I even had like the hastener speed thingy, and you're just running around all over the place. Like, can't do it right now. No, but so the reason why I think right now, I think especially here, like this past year or so, Joel Embiid has become a grown-ass man.
True. It's good that there were no other men grown that were in center anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You get a player like that, and that's what it's like. This is what Shaq's been like telling him forever. He's like, "But dude, what are you doing?
Bigger than everybody.
I don't.
Why are you shooting
yes,
threes?
you can. Yes, fine. Beautiful.
Fine.
You can do that.
When the shot clock's running down and you're near the 3-point line and the ball comes to you, shoot.
I mean, there's nothing to say you can't put in some plays. Keep the defense guessing. If anything else, you even have a leg up because of it. But
yes.
Dude, you are a man among boys. You know.
Yes. Very short.
He's starting to hear, like, especially like, seem like the bubble.
9,
he's starting to and a hefty 7-1, not just like some scrawny. No. And with his footwork, with his kind of court vision, that he's got so many tools in the belt that he can pull from.
Oh, absolutely.
Given his size, and then if he starts muscling down dudes the way he's been doing these past couple of seasons, teams are going to start to get worried. And especially if they turn around,
let's play big.
If they turn around and actually come out of the East, because let's also not forget, they still also, and I'm done listening about Ben Simmons not being able to shoot. I'm done being able to listen because guess what? He can do everything but.
Yes.
Everything. Defensive Player of the Year candidate.
No, for sure.
On top of his, again, you talk about court vision, on top of his passing, on top of just the scoring that he has been able to pull up without being able to shoot, I'm done. I am done hearing that argument. Because guess what? The dude's been able to to get stuff done and shape games, like literally shape games without shooting.
Right.
I'm saying not scoring, but not shooting.
Well, that's it. Yeah. 2 points comes a lot of different ways. So
that's what and okay, fine. No, he's not going to be a 3-point threat. Fine. He was never going to be that anyway.
No.
But when you got a guy like that
again, he's not that old either.
No, he's not. No, he's
5.
not. He's not. But here's the other thing too. Is if you got a guy like that who can legitimately do every single thing, can defend every position, plus what he can do offensively, even without scoring at all.
Right.
You've got a guy who's a top-notch defender, like I said, defensive player candidate. Then what he can do offensively without scoring, and then you put on the fact that, he actually can score the ball. He just can't shoot.
No, absolutely.
You put that with Joel. Seth Curry, the other brother, has actually stepped up to be a problem. A problem, not a star, but a problem.
He's
because
not his brother.
No, not even close.
But
you don't have to be exactly. You don't have to be Steph Curry to be a problem. No. This guy's become a problem.
Absolutely.
He's coming in with shots, and he's working this system. He's really been stepping up, and I think that Thibault.
Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, Thibault is
I
actually really
love
good. I
that
haven't watched
dude.
them a ton, but
I
yeah,
love
Thibault's been
that
good all year.
dude. That again, you want to
Thibault's
talk
been
about
really good.
someone? I could. You want to talk about projections?
Oh yeah,
Thibault will be in the hunt for Defensive Player of the Year. If not next year, the year after that.
and I was gonna say he's not gonna get it. Yeah, he's not quite
No,
there
he's
this
young.
year.
He's young.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Kerr, the thing is like he's like, I'm sorry, Doc. Doc's just like, I just let him go.
yeah.
He's kind of like that Pippin kind of defender. He's better off if you
If you
just
sense
just
it and
go ahead
go
and
get
that one,
it
dude.
and stuff. Yeah,
If he's got those instincts and he's got the athleticism to execute it, and he's one of those guys that can defend multiple positions. He's long and mobile, and he's got a good brain for it, and has no problems whatsoever putting the effort on the defensive floor. That dude, holy crap. So you've already got Joel Embiid, who, and again, also, I mean, you know, it's not like Joel Embiid's a slouch defensively either.
well, yeah. Honestly, he probably helps him because I can gamble a lot more outside at the 3-point line if I know if you do get past me.
Yeah, this is the Utah Jazz all over again, but you actually have better wing players overall.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Do you see any of these? Oh, there he is. Okay.
But like
how do I not see any gobs?
But yeah, I am loving what the 76ers are putting down. Just looking at it just from, no, I'm not a fan of the 76ers, but just looking at it from just the sheer, just watching basketball, looking at what they're doing, looking at how they're playing it, looking at what all these players can do. Go ahead.
But do you think that they are ready to beat the Bucks?
I mean, are they ready to beat the Freak?
Yeah, because I mean, and not the Bucks of the bubble and all that craziness of last year.
I say that somewhat sideways, but not 100% sideways. This year the Bucks are a different team.
Yeah.
They're just a different team, and in every good way.
What do you still need?
That is a very good question.
Trees.
No, there's only one way to find out. Kill it till the.
We gotta go find trees.
Kill it till the little pop up
stop.
Number
doesn't pop up anymore
because it just means I got to kill one more thing.
I was say because I can't.
No,
I've got everything at this point, so I gotta turn in mine.
Yeah, I think so we got frogs, we got the hobs. I would suspect if I don't have all the trees, I only need one more.
Okay.
I would suspect. I might be off by it, but the Bucks are a different team. What I will argue is that the 76ers could potentially lose more pieces and not fall apart as bad as the Bucks. The Bucks now, I worry about their depth. I worry about just how reliant they are on having everything in order. But good God, when they're firing on all and pun slightly intended, when they're firing on all pistons, they are just, oh no, I only have one of the trees. I completely miscounted.
Because you cycled. I thought you had cycled. I wasn't sure.
I did.
Because I couldn't. I had hit 20. I had hit 30.
Oh, so. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I get all these through, that's it from me. Actually, I am like 0.02 bubs away. I might even ting 30 before we get to the keep.
All right.
Actually, after this OJ. And if I'm cutting off, ladies and gentlemen, it's not actually my mic on the stream. It's because I'm like got the hiccups. I think I broke it, but we'll see. The East is a bit weirder. For a completely, like, they're a complete flip of the mirror. Yeah, that was 5. I'll kill one more just in case. On one hand, in the West, I feel like I could look at pretty much any team in the playoffs and say, yep, they could do it. They could win it. I for a zillion different reasons, I can sit here and say, yep, they can get it done.
Sure.
In the East, I feel like there's just like it every single team comes with a bucket of caveats.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's my problem with the East right now.
But I mean,
that's the thing. It's if the stars align and everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here looking at the West.
Lines up.
And I'm sitting here looking at the West, and I'm like, damn, like, yep. They could. I'd say probably the closest team I feel in the West where I kind of have sort of that feeling is like the Mavs.
Sure. So the Mavs are. What do you think of? Are the Mavs going to win their round? Did they get out of the? They beat the Clippers. Send Kawhi to Chicago.
Well, now listen, you're my boy, so. If that was on the table, like legitimately on the table, then I'm not going to argue against that. But see, the Clippers... See... The Clippers are so painful.
Yes.
Just so damn painful. I can't get a handle on them.
I've got no vibe.
I think that players on the squad, just everything being equal. Again, they're one of those teams where I'm like, yep, they can do it. They could. They could. They got the people. They got people that have done it before. They got. It
makes sense.
Yep.
I'm with you.
At the same time, I look at them and I'm like, oh, why are you gonna hurt me so bad? You know,
why are you not?
Why aren't you?
They're
so
one of those
much
teams
better?
that they don't equal the sum of their parts.
Absolutely not.
They just don't.
Absolutely not.
Careful if you leave.
Oh, I know. No, that's right. What do we want to do here? Do we want to move on?
I'm good with going to TOA.
Let me. Oh yeah, that's right. So let me double check. Let me see where I am here because I was
gonna say I'm probably gonna wrap up for tonight, but at least that way we're at that.
Actually,
point.
You know what? This is actually a good place for me to roll. I'm at 0-5 in Braemar, so whatever I do in the next BG that we do, it'd be a double up. But I can go and pick up. And pick up the quest here, right? If I went to the thing, I should be able to pick up another quest, which means I would triple up.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's the plan. Yeah, and definitely wrap it up. Yeah, we're getting way too late in the hour. Here's the thing. I think, again, it's like so many teams in the West, I think that could just flat out take it out and just do it and get it done. And it's like, there's no real reason why you shouldn't. But yeah, we brought up a good point. I mean, the Clippers, like what? Why are you so damn bad? You like, and you're not bad. This is the thing. You're not even bad. But why are you not as good as you are? Because like you should be. I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's just not the same.
No,
I don't understand.
No. So again, but I still feel that ultimately, like really speaking, like they could just flip a switch and just take over the whole damn thing. Just do the damn thing and get it all done. And that's in a way it makes it a lot more interesting. But that's the way I feel about the West. Like the East. A little more.
You got 3 teams that truly are probably coming out. Not saying that it's impossible,
but it's like they're all the Clippers.
Yeah,
all the Clippers.
Any of them,
like at best, like the like I said, the Mavs
not work.
The Mavs are the only ones that I feel like, okay, if they were to get past the Clippers right now, fine. They're the one team that I'm thinking they're the one they are going to drop next, but done. You know, Clippers. If Clippers get through the Mavs. That's a whole nother thing. But it's, see, again, you know, it's like with the Mavs, it's like, again, they're the only team that I sit there and look at that I can't sit there in the West and say, yep, I could see it.
That's
for some reason.
Right.
For some reason. I sit there and I look at the Mavs and I'm like, no. Now the Clippers, the Clippers are problematic. But and that's the thing. I think that's really the crust of it. I feel like the East, like the best teams in the East, are all the Clippers. And it's like
I can see that.
Maybe I think
some fatal flaw,
some
flaw that's just something's a little murky right there. Right.
Maybe or like even like the, I mean. Even the Lakers are, you know, like just everyone's, especially in the West, it just seems like it's to some extent more open.
Yeah.
To an upset.
And not open just because they are all bums, but open as in, no, they legitimately can win this whole thing.
Yeah, and
it's
much, but they're none of them are. But the thing is, like, it's none of it's a slam dunk.
No,
I don't feel like the East is an absolute slam dunk. I feel it's tighter, but at the same time, I have a crisis of faith in any one team in the East right now.
Yeah, no,
completely. The Bucks.
Yeah, you better not be.
Maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest making that bet anywhere near the East.
Just
keep your house money. Keep your house money.
Whatever is geographically the opposite of Vegas, go there. If you're trying to put your money in the East, just don't even like
go quickly.
Don't even get close to that place right now. It will not help you. It's just not worth it. There's no reason right now. And
I'm at by the way, I'm out at TOA. I'm just gonna collect the quest and then I'm going to
dude. Hit it up.
Call it a night.
Go to bed. All
right. All right. Let's see. What level am I? I am level 31 at the moment.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
You know, when you collect those, you end up leveling
up. Yep. I will head up that way so I can at least park this guy in the same, roughly the same area, and then yeah, we can figure it out from there. But then from there, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to like 38, 34 for sure,
Okay.
and then. And then it's Thed, and then I'm sorry, Molvik, and then from Molvik it really is
It's
like
Molvik from then on.
like Molvik.
Yeah.
It's not that far from 38.
Right.
Like getting from 34 to 38 is pretty easy.
Gotcha. Yeah,
And
no,
I did it with my
sure.
skull today. It was just stupid, and I was even having trouble. Like I even had people like
Still just so fast. It's so fast.
I had
Still throws me
people
off.
like
Yeah.
catching me. Like I had this one minstrel that was just blowing me up because they would just catch me. Like I would be running, like going from like the quest lines or to the like trying to find like the wood spots and all this stuff.
Right.
And they would just I wasn't paying attention to my 350, my 360. I mean, and next thing I know, I'd see that stun, and it was always like she was always red.
Oh,
was
right.
like, no, I can't do anything. Joker. Fine, fine.
All right.
I did.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
get your hit those two right there.
Yep. And I'll hit back and
And then
head down. And hit the,
appreciate everybody jumping on that
yeah, and thanks for
able
the
to,
follows. Thanks for
for sure.
listening to us rambling on.
We actually got over we're over 1,000 official views at this point. I just noticed that. So we were closing in on it the last stream I was on. So we're over 1,035. So
thank you.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
That's amazing. Yeah, I
can't believe it, dude. We're slowly but surely just creeping through this thing, you know?
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, definitely appreciate everybody hopping on for that and staying with us and listening to us and everything. This is great. So, and with that, I was gonna say, have you hit your 31 yet? There you are.
Yep, just hit it. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for hopping on. Thank you for everyone that gave us a follow on Twitch. Obviously, if you can hop on over to the YouTube channel and catch our videos on there and drop a follow, like, subscribe, all that great stuff. We definitely appreciate it. But with that, this is Getting Work, signing out.
Later, fam.